My friends, I'm sorry. I thought we had a shot. There's just too many of them.
But there are more of us, Poe. There are more of us.
Look at this. Look at this.
Bendo, you did it! You did it!
Hit those underbelly cannons. Everyone we knock out is a world saved. Nice flying, Lando.
Welcome to part 2 of the Ultimate Ninjago Quiz 2, where I take on another 4 Ninjago YouTubers in an attempt to present them with the Ultimate Ninjago Quiz. It is a very difficult one, and I am extremely proud of it. But if you have not somehow seen part 1, I would highly recommend you do so. In that part, I asked Professor Plastic, AL123, BendoBricks, and Garmadork to take on the quiz. But in this episode, you will be seeing Crusty783, Parachuting Kin, NinjaCole, and PythFenn take on the exact same one. The same rules apply this time around. It is the 25 questions where they will have one available hint to hear the quiz of the persons before. They will go from the person who is in this part and not the people from part 1. Apart from the first person who filmed, in this case PythFenn. He again pulled off a Red Ninja Red's quiz like I said in part 1. Once again, a massive shout out to her. But they all went through, and again it was just as interesting. But I can promise you this time around, you will actually see the scores and you will actually see the winner. But as another reminder, what does the winner actually win? Well, they actually will be receiving a Lego gift card for them to spend as they please, and with the 15th anniversary coming up, I think they're gonna have their own choice spoilt for them. But honestly, it's a nice prize and definitely a fun one to do so. But spoiler alert for towards the end of the video, let's just say the part 1 people and the part 2 people will all come together to learn the answer at the same time as you. But of course, I know why you're here. You want to see your favourite Ninjago creators take on the quiz. So I'm not going to waste any more of your time, and let's actually get to the contestants and see how they do. So hello Crusty783, how are you today, my friend?
I am doing good. I'm ready to smash out this quiz.
Good, good. So hello Parachuting Kin, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. It's an honour to have you on. So hello PythFenn, how are you today?
Oh, hi Wavy. I'm pretty good. How you going?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome back to the channel, NinjaCole. How are you today, my friend?
Hello, I am doing good.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to have you back. How are you feeling about the quiz today?
I'm scared, but I'm fine.
Well, you did well last time. You know, you came in second. You were beat out by
Yes.
Crusty himself.
I technically won because he technically didn't even like contribute because his mic was off. So I technically won.
Well,
I'm just putting it out there.
I mean, that's one way of looking at it, you know, I guess. So this is technically not the first time you've been on the Weavy channel, but it's the first time you've been on here properly.
Yeah, it's like appearance 1. It's appearance 1.5.
Okay.
The first one was a half one.
Yeah, we just won't talk about that one. So, are you feeling confident?
I have not been heavily into Ninjago for about basically all this year. So I could either like smash this out or I could crash and burn like Lightning McQueen at the start of the Cars movie. It depends on if the ball knowledge has went rusty. I have no idea if it has. I have not tested it in ages.
You're new to the quiz. How are you feeling?
I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not sure how it's going to go, but I'll definitely give it my best. I'm excited to see.
Okay.
Excited to try it.
Are you feeling confident at all?
Do you expect me to say yes?
I don't know.
This is like the last quiz was hard. I've heard that this one is much harder. I think I would be a little fooling myself if I had any amount of confidence going into this.
You gotta back yourself up, haven't you? I've got confidence in you. I think you'll do well.
I've got a base level of confidence. I'm not confident I'm going to get a passing score, but you know.
Okay.
I feel like I'll probably land somewhere in the middle of the pack, which is, I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So they were all ready to go. They all had varying levels of confidence, but they were all definitely prepared to take it on. So of course, it is time to truly see how they did. And yes, you're correct. Crusty has audio.
No easy questions to start off this time. Question 1. Which of these characters does this quote belong to? Holding on to anger is like trying to throw a hot rock. Only you get burnt.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay.
But I got no idea what season it could be from. It doesn't sound like the kind of thing Kai would say, because he's all about fire, so...
Oh, no, you're sneaky here. I was going to say it's Nia, but then I remembered she was quoting someone else.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was Wu.
Yeah? Okay.
She was talking about Garmadon, which is throwing me off a little bit, but I'm pretty sure it was something Wu said.
Okay.
It reads like a Wu quote.
Okay.
I don't know where this takes place, but for some reason my brain is telling me that somebody else says it, but they're quoting Wu when they say it. That is my first impulse. I have no idea why. That's the thought that my head has.
Well,
In that case, it would be quoting Wu, which would give me my answer.
Okay. I mean, it comes down to, do you believe your gut? Are your instincts good?
I feel like my gut is all I have to go on for a lot of these things. I don't know that I'm going to logic my way into this one.
I don't know why. I hear Cole saying this, but it doesn't sound like Cole. No.
It's rock. It's a rock themed quote, you know?
Kind of, yeah. But you're tricking me. I ain't falling for your tricks.
I mean, hey, it's a hot rock, you know? That's a Kai quote, actually.
Okay, wait. Now that I think about it, this could be a cool quote. I'm thinking. Okay, I'm trying to. It's weird. I hear it, but I can't get the voice, and I'm like trying to like remember the animation along with it. Like, bring it back. Give me the visual.
I think Wu.
No,
Cole.
Or Cole quotes.
No, it sounds too simple for Wu. I think he'd probably put it in some other weird way.
Okay.
I could be completely wrong with that, but I'm just going to go with Cole.
I can't get it out of my head that it's Nia that says it.
Okay.
In reference to somebody else having said it. But again, I don't know. Maybe it's Misako? It's a feminine voice in my head. But they're probably quoting Wu, right? I'm just going to go with Wu.
Okay.
But that's like the obvious answer, right? So like, is this a gotcha or not? I don't think it's Cole. I think for sure it's not Cole. If it is Cole, this is a great start to the quiz. Me saying that for sure it's not Cole. But we'll see. We got, 30 questions to get to? I can't take this long on all of them.
No, take as long as
We're gonna go.
Take as long as you need.
We're gonna go Wu because that was my gut, and if we don't trust my gut, we're gonna sit here waffling forever. Maybe I'll come back. We'll go back through all of the ones I'm not sure about at the end, which is probably gonna be all of them. We'll see.
I feel like Garmadon.
Really?
Because it has to be Sensei Garmadon, because this is like when he was still. If I'm right, and this is like season 3 or 4. This could be like him being... I feel like this is something he would say because he's still getting out of that Lord Garmadon era.
Okay.
I feel like that has to be it.
I like the logic. I do like the logic. Whilst I do like the logic, unfortunately it was incorrect. It is in fact Wu that originally does have the quote, but it was transcribed by Nia to Harumi. It's honestly a very interesting one, and it was pointed out to me that I should have put Nia into this question answers as well. But unfortunately I didn't. But in the end, Crusty is actually the only one who got this correct. And you may be thinking, well, Parachuting Kitten did. But she actually does do what she says in the clip, which is she eventually does go back. But I will show all of those corrections later on. But as it stands, Crusty is the only one who's come out the gate with a correct answer.
Question 2. Who was the last person to perform Spinjitzu in Seabound?
Seabound. Okay, I've seen Seabound twice,
Okay.
actually, which is more than like anything from Dragon's Rising. Zane, J, Cole, Nia. Wasn't Jay? Jay was out of it to the end of the season. He was like knocked out or whatever.
Oh, I've not watched Seabound in years.
Okay. I mean, you could figure it
I
out.
last watched it like the year Crystallized came out.
I mean, it is a bit of a forgettable season. I can't lie.
I really like Seabound. I think it's one of the better ones of that kind of period of the show. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
I think it's good. It's just it has like a really weak middle. Like,
yeah, I hear that about it a lot, and I'm not sure I agree, but it's definitely a fair critique.
I couldn't tell you like a single thing that happens in the middle of Seabound. I could just tell you how it starts and how it ends.
Yeah, it definitely is like a lot of the memorable moments are definitely like front loaded and back loaded for sure.
What a very specific question. That's the word I was looking for. Specific.
Hey, but if you're a Seabound fan, you know this is like the question for you.
I am a Seabound fan, but I haven't watched it in a while.
Really?
Okay. Let me think. Let me scroll through the episode in my head here, like I'm going in my my editing program and like peeking through it on the timeline.
Trying to find like a nice clip.
Okay, I'm just trying to think. Does anybody... I don't know if anybody even performed Spinjitzu in the last episode. I'm, like, scrolling through it in my head.
Okay.
Maybe they're... Like, do they do any... Because I know Nia doesn't use Spinjitzu because she's Naiad, and I don't think she does Spinjitzu whatsoever.
Okay.
Nia, Cole, Jay, Zane. I mean, they had to have used Spinjitzu at least once on that rooftop. Because that's where they mainly were, was just on that rooftop.
Okay.
And like obviously they wouldn't use it after the fight. Oh, I don't think because like if Jay would have used it, I like fighting Kalmar, and I don't think he did.
I'm trying to think about the end of Seabound. There is an ending shot where Nia is swimming through the ocean, and I think she is kind of like there's like a spinny thing behind her because she's like moving quickly, but I don't know if that's Spinjitzu or if I'm just imagining that there was like some like she was propelled and like it looks like the water is spinning behind her, if I'm just imagining that.
I'm gonna say Nia.
Okay.
Because I know she had a big role at the end of the season. I feel like she might have done it during her water fight, but I can't be exactly sure. I'm
just going to be taking a total going out on a limb for this question. I'm just going to say Nia.
Okay.
I really don't know.
All right, interesting.
I'm just gonna throw out. I didn't pick Cole for the. I'm feeling Cole for some reason. I'm gonna throw out Cole. I'm just gonna do it.
Okay.
Yep. I'm just gonna do it. Just gonna go with my boy Cole.
I don't think anybody's doing Spinjitzu at her funeral, so if it's it's probably before that point that somebody's doing Spinjitzu. But if Nia's not doing Spinjitzu in that end scene, she turns into like a dragon. So she's not doing Spinjitzu in her human form. There's probably somebody who does it after her.
Okay.
In that point. Unless, I don't know, like what's the whole fight scene, when she like merges with the ocean, she kind of spins around really fast. Is that Spinjitzu? I don't know.
Trust issues the game. This is what it's always come down to.
I'm gonna add number 2 to my list over here of questions to return to. We're gonna go with Nia. I am less confident about this one than I was about the previous one, but
Really?
We're gonna fill in. We're just gonna send the first answer on every single question, and then statistically, maybe I'll get a good some of the questions correct.
Okay. Seemingly a theme of this quiz so far has been go with your gut, and whilst that is usually a prudent way of going about things, this is actually an example of how it can be good and bad, because Parachute and Kitten and NinjaCole both note just going with their guts, and they had different answers. Parachute and Kitten went with Nia and unfortunately was incorrect, and that goes the same when it does come to Crusty and PythFenn. They all guessed Nia because of her aqueous state, although for the most part they're just extensions of her elemental power, whereas NinjaCole instinctively thought Cole, and he was correct. It was on top of the rooftop like he did mention. So it's an interesting little diverse kind of pick here, but honestly this was very interesting to witness. But yes, the answer was in fact Cole. To the next question.
Question 3. Which of these weekend whips currently has the least amount of streams on Spotify? Oh man, I got no idea.
The Weekend Whip, the Arcadian Whip, the Shintaro Dungeon Whip, or the Crystallized Whip? Okay.
Do you have a
So thinking about this logically, what do I have a favorite one? Yeah, actually, the Arcadian Whip. I forgot. That's not the tournament whip is season 4, right? I'm pretty sure.
It's the Anacondri whip
Arcadian?
specifically, I think.
Anacondri Whip. The Arcadian Whip. I forgot which one that is. Is that season 11? No, that's not season 11, is it? No.
Arcadian whip is Prime Empire, so season 12.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, arcade. Okay, I'm dumb.
What one is the Wicked Whip?
Season 11.
Season 11. Okay.
Do you have a favorite whip?
Well, I like the Season 4's intro, which is not the same as the released version of the song, which is the most annoying thing on the planet.
Really?
Like, the part of the intro that plays during the beginning of Season 4 is not in the actual released
How have I never
version of the
noticed that?
song. It is very annoying. So that one is my favorite one.
That's gonna mess me up.
If that counts.
I'm not gonna be able to unsee that now or
You
unhear
can
it.
go through and listen to it, but it's not. It's annoying, and I hate it.
That's gonna bother me. Oh, wow.
I am a Weekend Whip fan. I don't really use Spotify to use YouTube instead for music, but
Okay.
I am familiar with all the whips. I
have a
definitely prefer the earlier ones. Probably rebooted or the Ghost Whip. I just got a lot of nostalgia for those earlier seasons,
I was gonna say
hearing the intros and that.
rebooted being one of your answers. That's. I don't think I've ever heard anyone answer with the rebooted whip.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that. I love it. The intro, that whole season is just such has such nostalgia for me. Can you just, remind me? Is the Wicked Whip the one for season 11 for
Yes,
Bin's
it is.
Binjitsu?
Yes, it is.
That's right. Oh, I feel inclined to say Shintaro just because it's the least, maybe the least catchy. I know you said you loved it.
Man.
I could be completely wrong.
Oh my god, I'm so watched. Legit, I don't even use Spotify, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say the Shintaro Dungeon Whip because it's kind of poop and it's the one I would listen to the least.
I like that one.
So I'm just gonna hope every Spotify user agrees with me. Otherwise, I'm a little cooked for this question.
Every Spotify user is Crusty.
I was gonna try to rule these out because I was like, okay, whichever one of these is the seasonal, like the after season 11 ones, obviously those are probably gonna be the least streamed. But these are all post season 11, so you threw that out the window. Let's see. Okay, I feel like the Arcadian Whip probably. I'm trying to think which one of these is the most forgettable season. It's probably
Ouch.
as much as as much as I love Master of the Mountain. That one's probably the most forgettable, and like I can't even. I remember the Wicked Whip. I remember the Arcadian Whip. I remember the Crystallized Whip, but I do not remember the Shintaro Whip, like
It's
off
so
the top of
good.
my head. It's probably pretty good, yeah, but like off the top of my head, I just cannot think of it. And like I said, you have to go out of your way to listen to them because they don't play in the show because the show went to 11 minutes. So,
A dreaded time.
I feel like the Shintaro Dungeon Whip is probably the best bet. Yeah, I'm gonna say that.
The fact that I didn't know the Wicked Whip
It's a good
is
whip.
kind of telling me that that might be it. Arcadian
Really?
Whip kind of is. That one has like a very unique flavor to it because of the whole video game thing.
I've seen a lot of love for the Arcadian whip. It's actually
Yeah,
kind of fascinating.
I don't think it's that one. Shintaro Dungeon Whip, I have like no opinion on. I don't know how people feel about it, so I don't know.
It's one of my favorites.
And then
Oh no. I really like that one.
look, I don't have particularly strong whip opinions across the board, so don't take that as an insult or anything. Like, the original is classic,
Yeah.
and all the variations are great, but like, I don't know. I don't care all that much. I wasn't particularly broken up when they replaced the Weekend Whip the multiple times that they've done it now for the intro. So that's from my, like, I like the whip. It's classic. It is Ninjago, but like
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to care. Maybe,
No,
is this a
get
bad idea to be saying on Ninjago YouTube? Am I gonna get crucified in the comments for this?
No.
Anyway, okay, let's see. I'm going to. Well, I think the other thing is if the Wicked Whip is season 11, there is so much disdain towards season 11, and especially like when it first released. I didn't like season 11 when it first released. It's like my favorite season now. but
Really?
I think like yeah. At least like it was like the first couple episodes stretch. I talk about it in I think in my season 11 video where I'm like, look, I hated it, and I read the whole like rant that I read at the time. It sounds so overdramatic now, but so I'm thinking like just because of that, because of like at the time when it came out, maybe people weren't getting into it, but then it was like a revamp of the show.
You're seeing the vision. You're seeing like all the little loopholes you can go through.
I am. You can logic your way into anything is the problem here. Okay, but again, I'm gonna go. We're seeing a pattern here. I keep on choosing the first answer for every question. I meant that as a joke, but
Oh, you are.
guess we'll see.
Interesting.
I think I don't think I can logic my way into remembering any more about that one. So I'll leave it off of my definitely return to this question list. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm not confident about that one either.
Again, this shows I just need to brush up on my damn knowledge. I need to do a Ninjago rewatch. I've seen the whole show I've seen the whole show up to crystallized at least twice, and the earlier seasons I've seen like 5 to 10 times each.
I mean,
but yeah, it's been a while.
No better time than the 15th anniversary.
That is true. I want to have all of my knowledge there for when the sets and that come out, so I can
Pick
kind
up
of
on
be
all the
like
Easter
a bit
eggs.
like a bit like an encyclopedia on them, because I know that it's going to be references from all over the spectrum.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to go with Shintaro. That could be, again, completely wrong.
If there's anything I've learned from this quiz, it's the fact that we need more justice for the Shintaro Dungeon Whip. It is one of my personal favorites, and yet most people seem to think it's one of the least streamed, or the most boring, or the most forgettable. It's honestly a shame, because I personally love it. I'd be curious to know if anyone actually does like it in the comment section. But yeah, all of them actually did guess this one incorrectly. The only one who didn't guess Shintaro Dungeon was Parachuting Kitten, and she actually went for the Wicked Whip because she just simply didn't remember it, which honestly is very valid. But yeah, honestly, this one did kind of surprise me, and basically had no effect on the score. So apart from that, on to the next question.
What day does Dareth offer half price at Laffy's? Oh my god, where are you getting these lore details from?
Oh,
Lloyd throwing up a bevy there. Look at that.
yeah.
He loves
Is that
laughing.
an actual screenshot from the show? That must be right.
That's
I
from,
don't remember him ever.
That's from the end of episode 11, season 1.
Oh, okay.
Joe, when they like got all the fang blades and they're celebrating, and it ends
Yeah,
like,
I
all, like
remember.
being like, "I'm on your ship."
Yeah, I remember what you mean.
Yeah.
I get you now. I've got no idea. I'm trying to remember when Dareth was even at Laffy's. That was in like season 8, wasn't it? When they go to the bar and he's there. Or am I thinking of something else?
He's there for a few seasons.
Oh yeah, and he's also there in Prime Empire when they with Detective Zane.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the bar he has in season 8, right? Like
Yes.
season 8 onwards. Yeah, okay. And I feel like it's brought up.
Are you a laughing
I don't drink. I'm sorry.
Same, don't worry. Same, don't worry.
I don't know if Dareth even serves alcohol. I don't know if he can, because I think he's too pure of a soul to do that. But
He probably thinks he does, but
No.
he serves water. like the taps aren't on.
Oh gosh. Okay, so again, I do not know the answer to this question.
I can't lie.
Ah.
I don't think anyone is like. Everyone has said to me, I have no clue. Like, no one has gone, oh, I know this one.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. I want to say, like, I'm leaning towards like Tuesday, because that feels like just in general in the real world, like a day where places have discounts because it's low traffic. So
Okay.
that would make it into like I don't know that there's any logicking my way, like, unless I remember the line from, I'm assuming this is from the commercial where he says half price on whatever day. Like, unless I can magically remember the line, I don't know that there's any logicking my way into what day it was. So I'm just going to go Tuesday.
Okay.
And we're going to move on.
All right. No, I respect it. I respect it.
That's what we got.
Not
I
much
want
of
to
a
say
Laffy's guy.
Wednesday. I want to
Really?
say Wednesday. That's kind of like the middle of the week is kind of the day where you do like happy hour stuff like that. I feel, and also I'm guessing.
Half price Wednesdays.
Yeah, no, that feels right to me.
Okay. Okay. You sure?
Well, now I'm not sure.
I'll just say Tuesday.
I mean,
Half price Tuesday. Again, I got no idea because I don't even remember him saying anything about half price, but
No, if Tuesday's good, then yeah, half price Tuesdays.
Tuesday sounds fine. For all I know, I could be 100% right, and you're just trying to make me doubt myself, throwing out that rage bait.
I would never.
I really don't. I'm trying to think, but I don't remember. I'm just gonna throw out Tuesday because I just can't. I can't think of anything. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay. Look at Lloyd. He's very happy to be there, but what day is he there? Even though that's not Laffy's, but
What indication do I have of what day it is there? He's not even in Laffy's. I don't think Laffy's has even been built yet when that photo was taken.
Nowhere near. It's nowhere near. But he's he's happy.
Well, I'm doubting Wednesday now.
No, half price Wednesdays.
Maybe Thursday.
Half price Thursdays.
I'm gonna say
actually,
Thursday.
Okay. Unfortunately, though, for Crusty, he was the only one who actually got this one wrong. I was not actually trying to indicate to him in any way, but funnily enough, he just kept going between Wednesday and Thursday. But the answer was Tuesday. As far as I'm aware, there was no reasoning for it to be Tuesday. It just simply is. I kind of like Garmadork's approach to it in part 1, where he just said that because most of the writers are Canadian and Half Price Tuesday is quite common in Canada, it's probably because of that. So, as far as I'm aware, that's my explanation. You can take your own explanation into mind, but everyone got a point apart from Crusty.
What was the code Zane used to access the spacesuit store? Again, this is very specific. This isn't fair. This is so specific.
I'm thinking that 2011 or 2014 seemed like one of the better answers. Like
You didn't go for the meta play?
Yeah, I think they went for the either 2011 as a reference to when it started or 2014 as a reference to this season coming out.
I pointed this out to Bendo. For the lovely viewers, that's a different video, which they should have watched because this is a part 2. But
yeah, absolutely. What are you doing if you haven't seen it?
In this screenshot, that Ninjroid doesn't know what's coming for him. Look at him, arms down. He's about to get taken out
By a superior Ninjroid.
he's none the wiser. Look at him.
I know it's definitely not 000. I'm leaning towards 2014 because that's the year Rebooted came out.
You reckon they went for the meta play?
2011 is also likely because that's the year Ninjago came out.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 is also likely because sometimes not a lot of thought is put into these details.
Okay.
So it could be any one of those 3, and I'm gonna lean towards the meta one.
Okay, interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4. I know this one.
Okay.
That one I know.
Okay.
Because it's a running thing that there's multiple instances where 1, 2, 3, 4 shows up in like different villains' compartments, or like the Sons of Garmadon radios. The number at the top for I don't know like what channel it's set on or whatever is 1, 2, 3, 4 as well. There's a couple of instances where it's like the villains have used 1, 2, 3. Anyway, I made a Tumblr post about this one time, which is why I know for sure.
Oh, okay.
That the answer is 1, 2, 3, 4 because it's a little visual gag that not a lot of people see, and it's funny.
Okay.
He's like entering in all the possible number of codes, and then he finally gets it. And if you pay attention, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4.
I guess there's no point doing my usual riffing that I did with everyone else on that one.
What was the riff? Let me hear.
Because everyone reads like 2011 and 2014, and I sit there and I go, "Is Ninjago meta?" Like I was just doing that whole bit.
I'm thinking 2011.
Okay.
Sounds about right.
I can respect it.
Oh man, why didn't I should have just watched the whole thing. I should have just watched the whole show before doing this quiz.
Do you reckon
All these are pretty likely.
Do you reckon they'd be that meta though? Like,
They've been meta. They've been pretty meta. Like I like 1, 2, 3, 4 because that's funny.
Okay.
That feels like something the Hangmans would do. I don't know. I feel like that feels like I know the Hangmans. I don't know the Hangmans.
You message them every day.
No, sure, yeah, no, totally. We're the best buds. We get drinks on the weekends. I'm gonna go for a curveball.
Oh.
I'm gonna say 2014.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 2014. I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I swear, if I watch this video and you say he almost picked 1, 2, 3, 4, and that was the right answer, but he just switched. He switched halfway.
But that's the thing. He did almost go for the right answer. He did switch halfway from the correct one to the incorrect. So I'm sorry, NinjaCole, but you got it wrong. I mean, apart from that, so did PythFenn and Crusty. Parachuting King was the only one who got it correct. But I'm sorry, that bit was just way too funny for me. I genuinely lost it when he said that. But yeah, he got it wrong. Next question. I can't wait for the comment from him.
Which tomb did the Serpentine hide in when the Great Devourer was released?
Being named after a serpentine, I should know, shouldn't I?
I mean, that serpentine was not there, so maybe.
Yeah,
but
it's
maybe
true.
not.
I feel like I can. Yes, wait, no, I got it because I remember Scales. Yeah, no, they were yelling. They were like, "Coward, you're the coward!" And they were running to the tomb. And I remember the background. It was the red one. It was the Fangpire. It was the Fangpire tomb. Absolutely. I'm
sure?
confident in that one.
Are you sure?
God, I hope. I'm confident. I'm going to go with it. I'm just going to ride with it.
I think the Fangpire tomb. I know it was a green one, and I know the Fangpire's one was like really green and venomous. And I can't remember what the Venomari one looks like. I was leaning towards either Venomaris because they were green, or I'm pretty sure it was Fangpires. I think I remember them going into it at the start of that scene.
Okay, I like that.
I believe that's the Fangpire tomb.
Do you remember the scene, like where they are?
Because they all have like their suitcases and they're like jumping in, and I think it's in the creepy forest with the two-headed tree.
Yeah.
And I think I think it is. I'm pretty sure about this one.
Freudian
Because the Hypnobrai is like the entrance is in like the tundra. It's like snow and stuff. The Stricti are Mountain of a Million Steps. The Venomari are in the Toxic Bogs, which would be like my second choice if it wasn't. But I'm like 95% sure it's the Vampire.
Okay.
Two in a row that I had an iota about. That's good.
I'm just going to say Hypnobrai. I feel like I've always considered Hypnobrai the main tribe just because of how much focus Scales gets.
I was going to say, they do get a lot.
In comparison to the others. Like, I feel like we barely ever hear, Scalador or Fangdom and Fangdom talk or anything like that.
I can give you statistics on that, funnily enough.
Oh, of course you can. Of course you can.
like Scalador, for example, he hasn't been seen in the show since season 4, and even then he hasn't had a speaking role since season 2. Fangdom was last had a speaking role, I believe, in season 3.
Scales would have. I know Scales.
Actually, tell a lie. Scalador was in season 7. Forgot about that.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Hands of Time. That's right.
Yeah. One of them hasn't been seen in ages. I think it is Phantom, but like Scales gets a lot of love. Acidicus weirdly gets love. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's got like speaking parts.
He's in the Wildbrain era. I'll give it that.
Oh, that's weird. Yeah, it's weird to see the old characters in the newer stuff. Like, I know Scales was at Nia's funeral, and he might have been there at Crystallized. I can't remember.
Scales is definitely at. Oh no, yeah, Acidicus is at the Nia funeral, I believe.
But I always consider Scales to be the main one. Also, he did appear in 2 Lego sets, which is double the amount of times all the others appeared.
Yes. Depends how you classify Pythor.
Oh, yeah, true. But Pythor's a unique case.
True.
He's like the central serpentine.
Yeah. I wanted to leave the chat between me and PythFenn about the generals because I honestly found it fairly interesting. But apart from that, unfortunately, he is the only one who got it wrong. The correct answer is the Fangpire tomb. The other 3 did get that, and relatively quick. But to be fair, PythFenn was quite confident with Hypnobrai regardless. It's just, it was a fun conversation, and I did want to leave it in just because I did find it fairly interesting because of how underused the generals actually are. And like I said, it's the fact that Acidicus is as used as he truly is. Honestly blows my mind. But apart from that, everyone got a point apart from PythFenn. So let's move on to the next one.
Which ninja has read an episode title card the least amount of times?
Yeah, Jay's just there because it was the first ninja I could think of to put it there.
He is one of the answers, so that's some like psychological warfare right there.
Is it a hint?
This is the question.
Nia read them in Seabound.
Okay.
Okay, because there was a period where Nia didn't get her own season until Seabound because Lego was very. I don't know if you read this, but the Hangmans actually came out and said this. They didn't want to give Nia a season because Ninjago was a boy show, so that's why season 7 is Kai and Nia related. Yeah. So because of that, Kai has to have the most because I feel like. Well, no, because Sensei Wu read them in season 1 and 2. Because the characters didn't read them until after season 3. But Kai had Tournament of Elements, and he did have he had a few in the season 11 era. Because there was still like a theme to it, but most of the time, like Cole read Master of the Mountain stuff like that. So
I'm thinking Nia.
Yeah.
And well, I know that I hate to say this, but I feel like Nia just gets a lot less attention than the rest of the team, which is a shame.
I think Nia? It's got to be Nia, right?
What makes you say Nia?
Well, Nia got sidelined for like the whole show.
Really?
Like she literally did not get a season until like the last one, and it was like half a J thing.
So you think that
Nia,
means...
and also Nia wasn't even a part of the main team for like the first quarter of the show. So I think just numerically, it's got to be Nia.
Interesting.
I don't. Again, there's no way for me to know this. I don't know. So I don't know. But
if you did, I'd be shocked.
Assuming like a lot of your title card reads are going to be concentrated in the 11-minute era because there's just so many episodes.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm leaning towards Zane because like there are Zane-centric episodes, but I feel like he's the least likely to read the title card if it is an episode where there's not a clear focus person.
Okay.
That's my logic on that one.
Okay. I can see the logic.
As a whole, I feel like she gets overlooked. So
yeah, no, I'd agree.
Probably. And again, I don't necessarily know why I feel like that is the case.
I know Zane had some episodes that he did read because, like, I'm pretty sure. I think he read the disappointing episode of Crystallized, the Return of the Ice Emperor. I'm pretty sure he read that one. Just going through my head here.
Judging that episode.
Hey, look, man, they're the one that titled it. I don't even hate the episode, but the way they titled it, that was dumb. I'm mad. I'm still mad about that. Like, I don't even hate that they made the Ice Emperor a joke. I'm just mad that like, oh, it's the Return of the Ice Emperor, and then they just make it a joke. Like, makes me mad.
The only thing that makes me mad about the Ice Emperor, I'll keep it brief, but it's not even like the fact they made it a joke. It's not the fact that they made him return. It's not the fact that the title's dumb. It's the implication of the fact that the Ice Emperor is separate from the fact that Zane was corrupted by the Scroll of Forbidden Spinjitzu.
That's a good point too.
The implication is horrendous because it implies that it's an aspect of Zane and not a product of Zane, like a product of Zane's corruption.
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like Nia is the good answer, but she had Seabound, and I feel like she read most of them in Seabound, and that's 20. If she read all of them, which I doubt she did, that's 20.
Okay.
But even then, like, she didn't read any before that, I don't think. But I think she read some in Prime Empire.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Nia's safe. I'm not gonna pick Nia. I think I'm gonna rule out Nia for now.
Okay.
Jay, I feel like that's like half an hour. Zane, because Zane only had 8 episodes and rebooted. Kai, I feel like I'm gonna say I think Zane, because all of these except for Nia had a good baseline season because Jay had 10 episodes to read. Kai had 10 episodes to read. Zane did not. Nia had all of Seabound. I think Zane's the answer. I think I'm gonna go with Zane. I think that's a decent guess. Hopefully.
This was again an instance of no one actually getting the question correct. It was in fact Kai, and everyone went for an answer that wasn't him. Honestly, I'm not shocked because you wouldn't expect it from a character like Kai, but he is actually the shortest of the bunch because it's just the 11-minute era where a lot of characters did actually get the title cards. Honestly, really fun little thing. I believe he only had 4, whereas in comparison, we had Zane, for example, who had 8, who had Nia with 7, and Jay with 12. So it's interesting to see, it's very curious to see, but no one got it, so no difference in the score.
Question 8. What ability did the Hageman brothers confirm Tox has? Oh my god, okay.
How familiar are you? Are you a
Man,
big
we were
Tox
talking
fan?
earlier about how I don't read any like tweets or external material unless I'm doing research for a video. So
Yeah, hey, my
this is a great question for me.
Hageman Brothers
Bro,
fan.
bro, how am I meant to know this?
hey, he was, you know, the Hageman brothers, they were Doc before Doc, you know?
They were Doc before Doc, but they were Doc when I was 10.
Yeah. 10-year-old Crusty wasn't like...
I was on
asking for
Twitter. I was
Twitter.
like playing with footballs and Legos and stuff. I was chewing on Legos and playing Mario Kart on my Wii U.
I mean, hey, you
That was
were
a
doing
little
that
baby
yesterday,
back.
so I don't know.
True. I guess not much has changed.
Destroy organic life, weaken a djinn, corrupt living creatures, restore organic life. Okay. Well, it's literally toxic. So I'm gonna rule out restore organic life.
But could
Um,
Tox, like, remove the toxins from something, and that would restore it?
Sure, but I still think that's way too specific.
Really?
I feel like that's too. I feel like that could be like a byproduct of her elemental power, but not the power. I guess. Well, I
Okay.
guess yeah. Well, it does say the ability. I read that as the power. Like, what power does she have, and not. You said ability, so like okay, that could be good actually. Oh dang it!
I tried the question. A lot
Sometimes
more
I wish you
difficult.
just wouldn't say anything because you hurt my morale if anything. Like
I'm trying, hey, I'm
'cause,
trying
like,
to
I'm-
help.
I feel like weaken a djinn would be something that would come up. It sounds like the kind of thing that they would maybe use as a plot point in a later on season or something. Like if they had Tox there and they had a djinn,
Okay.
and they go, oh, you know, we need to weaken him, and Tox would go, I can do that, something like that. It seems like the kind of thing that would happen in modern Ninjago.
Okay.
I'm going to go with that one.
No, I like
But
the logic.
as again with all of these, I'm just like got no real idea.
Destroy organic life seems stupidly obvious.
Okay.
Because if things are affected by the toxins, then like they just like I feel like that's something you don't need to confirm.
Okay.
Almost.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No,
I don't know why they
yeah.
make a statement about that.
Yeah.
Weaken a djinn seems very specific. Corrupt living creatures, like what does that even mean? Like make them evil? I don't think Tox has that power. Yeah, I don't know. And then restore organic life. That could be interesting.
Like pull
because,
the toxins out, you know? Like it,
yeah, or like if it is, because there are like plant life that like produce toxins, obviously, and so if she could obviously help those plants given her powers. So I don't know. The other thing is we have destroy organic life and restore organic life, which could be one of them is the correct answer and the reverse is secondary option. Or again, it's like the 1, 2, 3, 4 question from earlier, and you have 2 dates here, and you've created this fake dichotomy one here as well. Again, applaud you on your answer confusing setup. Again, I'm gonna have to go with my gut here. I am drawn towards weaken a djinn. I have like no reasoning other
Okay.
than it just feels like the kind of thing that would be like confirmed externally and be like, oh, did you know the whatever?
okay.
And honestly, I don't think it's corrupt living creatures because again, what does that mean? I don't know. So we're gonna go
Okay.
there. Again, I don't know the answer. I don't know why I would know the answer, but there you go.
Okay, I don't think she can corrupt living creatures. She can poison them, but I don't think she can corrupt them. I don't think that's the same thing.
Okay.
Weaken a Jinn, probably, because Tiger winnows venom. That is kind of a toxic, so she could have the ability to do that.
Okay.
Destroy organic life. That comes with toxic. You have a good point about the restore organic life, but you probably are just, pointing me in the wrong direction here. Okay. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say weaken a Jinn, I guess. I don't know. That's all I got. I don't know.
There's only really 2 times they could have posted this, I feel. Either 2016, around when Skybound was coming out, or 2019, around when Haunted was coming out.
But you think
2019 is more likely because Tox was an actual character being used then.
Do you reckon they would undermine the entirety of Tiger Wood of Venom though?
They undermined a lot of that season, so it wouldn't really be a big shock.
Okay. Okay.
Destroy organic life. I'm kind of leaning towards that one as well because she does that in the new Dragon's Rising episodes.
Okay.
She kills a plant.
Do you not think it could go the other way though? Do you think she could restore organic life?
I don't think so. I'm gonna go with destroying it.
Okay.
Just because I saw that in a Dragon's Rising episode in the last 2 years.
Luckily for them though, the correct answer was weaken a Jinn. It's just something that basically got confirmed offhandedly. Honestly, I was kind of surprised to think that this was the case because, like I say in the clips, it does completely undermine Tiger Widow Venom. But in the end, of course, that is what's been confirmed, so that is officially the case. The only person who did get it wrong was actually Crusty, which is a shame because he did initially think it was weaken a Jinn, but he did eventually go with destroy organic life because of Dragon's Rising. So it is unfortunate, but everyone else did get the point.
Which of these Ninjago sets has the highest piece count? Okay. Destiny's Bounty, 2012 variant, that's definitely a contender. Attack of the Moro Dragon. That's okay. Dawn of the Iron Doom. Kai's Ninja Climber Mech. Okay.
Okay. I have to admit, I'm a lot better with the sets knowledge than the show.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a mental catalog of most. I probably know every main Ninjago set apart from small poly bags and stuff like that.
I'm kind of on the same as you there.
I don't know the answer to this question. And it's not unreasonable to expect someone to know the answer to this question, but I don't know the answer to this question. And I'm drawn to the Iron Doom just because, in show, it's a very big, very, very big thing. And I feel like that would be a big set piece for that wave. That would be, one of the things that you wouldn't want to make a mini version of the Iron Doom. That would be stupid.
No, I agree.
Things, I can see plausibly not being ginormous. Okay. So, and again, I'm not gonna logic my way out of this one. I'm not noting this down to come back to later. There's no. There's no point. First gut instinct, and we move on.
No, that I respect it. I respect it.
I'm gonna say the Climber Mech.
Really?
I'm leaning towards either that or Iron Doom. Seeing a piece count discussion, I'm always gonna go for the most recent set because they're more dense and detailed, and they want to squeeze basically every bit of real estate they can out. A set will have 1,000 pieces, and it's a tiny little build. It's just really dense.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna lean towards that because otherwise I'd have no clue.
What was the Iron Doom then? Hold on, I'm trying to think. I haven't watched Hunted in a while, so I have to think.
It's not Hunted.
Wait, Dawn of the Iron Doom. Wait, no, okay, hold on. I'm getting wires crossed here.
The set you were just thinking about is the Diesel Knot.
Okay, right. Okay, wait. Iron Doom.
Go with that.
Wait, let me think here. I'm trying to remember what the Iron Doom. Hold on, I'm hearing it now. Iron Doom.
It's interesting. This is the first time someone.
That's the time travel thing. That's the time travel. That's the time twins thing. Okay. Yeah. Iron Doom.
I was gonna say this is the first time someone actually hasn't known the set.
I had to remember it. I had to really remember it. Okay, I remember now. Okay, so I know the Moro Dragon. Obviously, that's Moro's dragon, and I think I remember that being a pretty decently sized set.
Okay.
Dawn of Iron Doom. Iron Dooms. I don't think season 7 was rushed, and I feel like the Lego sets were pretty rushed too. Not to say that there were bad sets, but like they weren't probably well thought out. Like I don't think we got like a big gigantic set. We didn't get like a Firstborn, like from Dragon's Rising. I don't think.
Okay.
Moro Dragon. I feel like the Destiny's Bounty, because was it that like. I think the 2012 variant of the Destiny's Bounty was pretty decently sized. I don't think the Climber mech had that many. I'm going to go with... I think it's the Destiny's Bounty. I'm going to go with it. Okay. I feel like that... Because, like, it has a lot of the minifigures. It probably was a pretty big set. I think it's pretty good.
2012 variant? Nah, not the Destiny's Bounty. That one's too small. The original. I think... Dawn of Iron Doom, Attack of the Morrow Dragon, Kai's Climber mech. Oh, this is going to be tough. I was I don't know why, but I was thinking it'd just be like, when I saw the title, I was thinking it'd just be like, oh, Ninjago City, the workshops, Tournament Temple City, and I would have easily just gone, oh, yeah, it's this one, but...
I did consider that, but I did understand that there is, like, because of how big those sets are, I did understand there would be, like, there would be people who more likely knew it than others.
Yeah, and it'd be too easy, I think. Whereas this, picking a random selection like this is more interesting. I'm thinking Attack of the Morrow Dragon, just because I feel like that one's bigger than it looks. I don't have it, but it is a good set. I would like to get it.
This one was certainly a very interesting one for me because all of them went for a different answer. Literally every single option was picked, so only one of them was able to get the point. And that, of course, was Parachuting Kitten, and she was the one who guessed it over anyone else. There was some line of logic that everyone had, but Parachuting Kitten quite literally just went, yeah, I think it's this one. So, honestly, so much respect to her, and I rate the dedication, because honestly, the fact that she pulled that off is really interesting to me. So yeah, she got the point. It's unfortunate for everyone else, but this one was interesting because everyone came to a different conclusion.
Question 10. How many unsolved criminal cases is the mechanic suspected to be involved in?
Oh,
Do you know this?
Again, this will just be some like random throwaway line of dialogue they say at some point in the Wild Brain seasons, I'm guessing. So I've got no idea.
Maybe it is.
This is the thing. I don't know newer dialogue inside out. Like I can quote the old seasons, like, and the shop's called 4 Weapons, not 4 Browsing. So go peddle your insult somewhere else.
Nice.
Like I can just quote stuff like that. Mentally, but then the newer stuff I can't remember most of what they say.
Dude, I just 37. I just watched this episode.
Wait, did you? Oh no!
I did very recently, and because I laughed at this joke because Lloyd at first is like, or is it Lloyd? Somebody is like, he's wanted for 36 unsolved cases, and he's like 37.
Yeah, it's Zane.
Like it's funny that he knows better than the police how many crimes he's wanted for.
That's crazy. That's crazy timing.
No, I wouldn't have known, but I literally just recently watched this episode, so
I respect
and laughed at the joke. If it weren't both of those things in combination, I wouldn't know. So this is pure luck on timing. This is not a testament to my Ninjago knowledge. It's a testament to the fact that I have to be rewatching the show for videos.
You're downplaying it. You're downplaying potentially the craziest snipe in the entirety of the video. Like actually craziest snipe. No one else has been like, oh, I just watched this episode. No one else has pulled that one off.
Okay, so maybe that is a little bit of a testament to. If nobody else had a thing where it's like, oh, coincidentally, I just happen to be working on this, and so I know. That's kind of crazy to me.
I know this one. I need a minute, but I know this one.
Where's it from?
It's from Prime Empire's first episode. I'm leaning towards 37. 37. That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I think I'm playing the seed in my head, and I think it was 37.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, he's been involved in 36 unsolved cases. 37. I think it's that. It's either 30 or 50. 57.
Would they go with 57?
Would they go with 67? No.
Hopefully that meme is dead in the ground
No,
by the time this video
30
comes out.
30 sounds more right.
You reckon?
That kind of sounds like my memory of the scene. If I'm wrong, then that's an embarrassing moment for the Mechanic Nation.
The Mechanic.
We'll have
There's
to
a
see.
nation now.
Yeah, and they'll be very disappointed if I got that wrong.
Okay.
I'm just going to be completely randomly guessing here. I'm just going to throw 47. I really don't know. It could be any of these numbers. Again, it'll be some throwaway line that I just completely missed.
Okay. I have no recollection of where this came from. I have no recollection. Like, I have no recollection when this was mentioned. I'm assuming, like, Prime Empire. Well, maybe Dragons. Well, no, because I don't know. I'm just throwing out a random guess. I'm gonna say 37. No, 47. I'm gonna say 47.
Okay.
Again, I'm here. Oh God, I hear your voice in my head just being like, "Oh, he almost picked 37, but he switched it to 47 last second."
He nearly got that question right.
Oh, well, did I?
Dunno, Did you? Yes, you did, NinjaCole. You did nearly get it correct, but you did switch it at the last second again. I cannot wait for the DM off of you. But the thing is that this wasn't the surprising thing of this question for me. It was definitely Parachuting Kitten, because she immediately was able to snipe it because she recently saw the episode. She immediately knew what it was, and it just completely took me off guard. Honestly, it's been one of the biggest highlights for me when it does come to this quiz, and it's definitely going to be memorable from here onwards. So fair play, Parachuting Kitten, but let's move on to the next one. I'm not sorry, NinjaCole.
How many dragons in the show that are classified as elemental combination dragons? Okay, let's see.
Again, I get the dragons confused because, you know, they've got source dragons, they're original dragons, they're ones from season 4 that are in the picture here where they like spawn them out of their elements.
Can you tell me what the term is, and then that'll help? Like, is that allowed?
The most I've
I feel like you tell me.
the most
Okay, go
I've
ahead.
given someone in terms of explaining what that means.
Okay, you can tell me exactly what they said. I feel like that's fair.
The
Like
answer,
exactly what you told them.
The answer I gave to them was take the name at its literal face value.
Okay, so it is like literally combining elements. Let me just in the show they're classified. I've never heard of that term before. And it's like I've never seen it. My thing is like you have that. That would be. I feel like that'd be a marketing thing, you know, like kind of like the elemental mechs where like you could swap the arms and legs and all that. I feel like they go with that and market it, so that'd be like a huge thing in a season or something.
How do you know they haven't marketed something like that?
I can only think of 2. I assume this refers to like I don't even know what the duo dragon of Jay and Nia, and then the fusion dragon between Nia and Kai. Like, is that what we're talking about here?
Don't
Okay.
second guess.
Oh, I guess because then the
term.
Ultra Dragon would count, because that's a combination of. I guess they're not. I mean, there are elemental dragons. They're not their personal elemental dragons, but that would be anyway. Because I went on a whole rant in my mega video about how the 2 like combination dragons that we get like back to back are dragons where Nia is paired up with the character that she states in the show she doesn't want to be defined by her relationship with them. And then the show is like, we've introduced this concept of like combining these dragons together, and we're gonna do it with with the 2 relationships. Anyway,
That's such a good point. Oh no.
anyway, so I'm gonna go with 3, because those are the 3 I can think of. We
Okay.
have the 2 weird Nia dragons where we have to like physicalize the relationship that she says she doesn't want to be defined by dragons. And then also the Ultra Dragon, because those are 4 elemental dragons combined.
There's Jay and Nia's one.
Okay.
There's Kai and Nia's one.
Okay.
Has there been more than that? I think that's it.
See, it's interesting.
There was none in the Oni trilogy.
You're the only person who has taken to because like the term elemental combination dragon is like relatively unknown.
Yeah, because they barely do it.
Yeah. So it's interesting.
I think
you locked
too. I don't think there was any in the 11-minute seasons either, and I don't think there was any in the Dragons Rising stuff so far.
Okay. Interesting.
I think it's just 2.
I'm thinking of the double-headed dragon from Hands of Time that Kai and Nia make and like ride around. That sounds exactly what it combination.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Jay and Nia do a dragon together at some point as well. They combine. And they do this stupid line, oh, I guess water and lightning really do mix. That line's always funny because just imagine you're a kid watching that and you think, oh yeah, I'm going to put water and electricity together. Great idea.
Zap.
That's the only 2 instances of that I can think of off the top of my head. I'm gonna say 2. Elemental combination 2.
I don't know, 3. Just found out a random number. I have no idea because I just don't remember that being mentioned, brought up. I have no idea, no recollection.
Okay. I do hope a lot of people will go forth from this quiz with the knowledge of elemental combination dragons, because I didn't even know it. But in the end, most of them unfortunately didn't really get to the correct answer. The ones who did actually didn't really get it in the correct way. I mean, NinjaCole just guessed, Parachuting Kitten did guess the Ultra Dragon, but she did guess the wrong one. So it is interesting to see, and honestly very fascinating, but that's kind of just the point of the quiz, isn't it? But yeah, this one was interesting. On to the next question.
Question 12. What makes the episode Under the Light of the Mechanical Moon unique? Okay, yeah, I still haven't seen, for the viewers out there, I still haven't seen Dragons Rising Season 3 Part 2. I know that probably makes me not a true fan, and you're going to unsubscribe from me now because I don't care enough about the show. But,
Longest Dragons Rising episode name. I'm leaning towards this a little bit because mouthful.
Okay.
They really need to reevaluate how they title episodes. Like, this is just
I kind of like that
doesn't
title,
roll off the
though.
tongue at all. It's a cool title, but it's just too long.
Okay. Is it the longest?
Largest Dragons Rising cast list. Only season 3 part 2 episode with no documented animation errors. What a pull. I'm gonna have to be thinking about the animation errors now. I don't remember a single one in that whole season. That could be the thing that messes me up with this question.
I thought that it was the wrong episode when it was first uploaded. That's what makes it unique.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
how?
the whole. I made a whole video about it.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
If you've seen it's called "When the Scene Is So Misplaced It Breaks Your Brain." It's about the opening of the episode where you see Roz at the forge.
Yep.
Anyway,
yeah, I need to get to that one.
Anyway, it's a fun time. I crash out a little bit in a fun way. It's great.
We love a good crash out.
It's great.
That's a good contender for the longest Dragons Rising episode name. I'm trying to think of some other episode names that are pretty long. I feel like that's pretty. Because, largest Dragons Rising cast. Like, you have all the ninja, Jay included, in that episode. Well, you don't have Zane and Pixel, so that kind of balances out then. Only season 3 episode where we don't see Spinjitzu used. I don't. No, because they Spinjitsu'd some of the. That's such a weird way to say it. They used Spinjitzu on some of the Dragonians. I'm pretty sure the spectral Dragonians. I'm pretty sure they did.
They got Spinjitsu.
I can't remember. Yeah, they got Spinjitzu. Get Spinjitsu'd, loser. No documented animation errors. I mean, I don't know. I've heard of some episodes getting documented animation errors, but this one is the only one. I don't think so.
Would they
only
do
season 3 part 2 episode with no documented animation errors. Would there really be that many animation errors even in modern Ninjago?
You would be shocked. You would be very shocked.
All right, to be fair, there's always been animation errors in the show, even back to them having no gloves for the first 3 episodes of Rebooted. Again, episode names. I can give you the names of most of the first 7 seasons of the show, but these recent ones I can't remember any of them. I'm probably gonna go longest Dragons Rising episode name.
Okay.
Again, that's just a complete guess, but it is fairly long as far as Ninjago episodes go.
I'm gonna go with longest episode name.
You reckon?
I think I'm gonna go with longest Dragons Rising episode name.
Okay.
That seems right to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I feel like longest Dragons Rising episode name. That is a mouthful of a title, and it's I can't think of anything bigger. I'm trying to think, and it's I can't think of anything.
It's a
and I don't.
name.
I don't think it's the largest Dragon's Rising cast list because, like I said, like it has a lot of characters, but I don't think the most. And like I said, Zane and Pixel aren't there. Like, there's and I don't think a lot of characters even like talk. Like the civilians don't really talk in that episode.
Okay.
Only season 3 episode where we don't see. I'm pretty sure they use Spinjitzu on some of the Spectral Dragonians. And then season 3 part 2 with no documented animation errors. That's I don't know, like none. Like I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna go with the episode name. I feel like that one's pretty. I think that one's pretty good.
This one seems oddly specific, but also maybe that's to throw me off.
Is it?
See, I can't trust anything you say. Obviously.
I think every single person has said.
You're gonna say "is it" after every time I make an assumption about any of these answers.
Fun fact, NinjaCole literally was sat there saying, like, there was, I don't remember which question it was, but there's a question where he was, like, not confident at all. And he was like, this is where you're going to cut to your little in-between segments where you say about how wrong I am. And I was like, damn, I got called out badly there. I was like, okay.
I think I'm going to have to go with my gut, because that's all I got on this guy. I'll note this down as a maybe return to this one, because there might be, I don't know.
Okay, I respect it.
I'm not feeling confident or absolutely unconfident about this one, so.
Imagine a world without Ninjago animation errors. Well, luckily you don't have to, because this episode did have them. In the end, it was the longest episode. I do think it's interesting to note that that is the case. I don't think it does completely trump out the longest episode ever, but the thing is that it's still fairly interesting to know. And of course, Spinjitzu, that's Aaron's only move really, so he had to have used that. And Catalyst, I believe, belongs to Season 2, Part 2. So yeah, in the end, it was the longest episode, and some of them did get it, but unfortunately not all of them. But we were officially onto the halfway mark, and we did get to ask all of them what their favourite ninja was. But the thing is, I didn't expect the answer from one of them, so just take a look.
You're halfway, let's go. So for fun, what is your favorite ninja? This one's worth 5 points. Are you tricking me here? Oh wait, so I have to pick the right one? Well, okay, it's Cole for sure, but like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with Cole. If I don't get 5 points, whatever. Screw it.
Definitely not Aaron or Sora. No hate to them, but no hate to Aaron and Sora. They're good characters and Wildfire, but like nothing beats the original Ninja.
Okay.
Mine's Lloyd.
Yeah.
I know some people disagree. Some people think he shouldn't have been the Green Ninja and that Kai should have, which I think's ridiculous. But
yeah, it's not the best theory in the world.
But yeah, I love Lloyd. I don't know, something about him. He's a really good hero.
Oh wow, the list is so long now.
I know. You could even pick Ryu. You wouldn't, but
Wow. No, I wouldn't, but like that's nice having the option. I'm gonna have to go with the basic pick and go with Lloyd.
really?
Ever since the Oni trilogy started, I've always been very big on Lloyd. He's always been my favorite character.
Okay.
So Pixel isn't here.
Yeah, that's a bit of a blunder.
It's going to be my first problem with this list. I
didn't even want to put Ryu.
No, Ryu low. Well, we could give Ryu some love. I don't know that he's my favorite, but just, like sometimes you see a poll and you're like, I'm going to vote for this person because I feel like they deserve to be higher. It's not my actual response, but like
they deserve one.
Seems like the skew is off.
I really should have put Pixel.
You should have. I'm taking the quiz. The fact that you didn't put Pixel is kind of a major oversight, and you are terrible at your job.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Okay, wait a minute.
And I also don't see Frack here, which would have been my second option. So that's 0 for 2.
Okay.
And I think you are in the wrong for not including him.
No.
So
real talk. When I was making this quiz, this was the last thing I put into the quiz before I sent it, right? And I'm not joking you. I got to Wildfire and I was like, I'm missing someone. And I was sat there going, oh, I don't know who I'm missing.
You didn't pull up the Ninjago wiki and go,
no,
Ninja, and look at the list that they have in the little preview box?
No, I didn't.
Dude.
No, I was sat there and I was like, I'm missing someone. And then I landed on Ryu. And I was like, oh, I think it's Ryu. And I moved on, which is really bad in retrospect.
I lean on the wiki so much for
Oh, so do I.
everything. Like, if I could use the wiki to do this quiz, I'd get 100% guaranteed.
I'm
So, shout out to everybody who works on the wiki, because it is genuinely such an invaluable resource when doing research for videos or clarifying things or like just getting straight like what is actually canon about particular subjects. And like I would be so lost without it. It is genuinely huge props to everybody who works on the wiki. So that's my little spiel there.
they're genuinely like they're actually my goats. Like shout out to like Trainer KN specifically. Like he like reaches out to me. Like he's the one who's always like, hey, if you need like any extra like like clarification on wiki stuff, just let me know. Like he's one of the admins. Like he's actually so good.
So I'm gonna go with Ryu just out of like a protest vote, I guess is what we're going with here. It's worth 5 points, this question. Is that what that says?
Yes.
Is Ryu the only incorrect answer? That would be kind of cool if it were.
If I just
it does
put
have
one
a lull on
person,
the end.
Okay, I'll give you this. I wasn't that harsh. Although I should have.
All the answers are correct, but if your favorite ninja is Aaron, you don't get the points.
I should have. I actually should have
so
done that.
funny. If you just have one character where it's like, no.
That would have been so good.
Oh gosh, that would have been messed up.
How did I forget Frack? I genuinely did not realize I forgot Frack at all. So justice for Frack, I guess. And I'm sorry, Parachuting Kitten, for also not including Pixel. But apart from that, we're halfway through. So let's get into the second half.
Back to it. Question 13. How many Ninjago characters have interacted with Klaus's Book of Spells in any capacity? That is a good question. Let's see who I can think of.
So I know Nia has. Does a page of it count? Because Nia hands the page to Lloyd. Does that count as him interacting with the Book of Spells?
It's any capacity.
So that does count. Like he did hold the page and like read the page. So that counts, right?
It's any capacity.
All right. I'm just checking, make sure, because you're not. It's like, oh, it's only a page of it, not the book itself.
That,
so just
that would
making
be
sure.
extremely harsh. Let's just say that. That would be very harsh.
So let's think. Klaus is 1, Nia's 2. 5 is at least 5.
Yes, there
Probably
is.
Chen would be 3. I think that they had Kapowrai and Choprai when they were the snakes were like trying to read out the spells at the end of season 4, so that's at least another 1. Oh, didn't Lloyd have the book at the end of season 4 when they were at the Corridor of Elders? I think that's 5.
Okay.
Trying to remember if Garmadon or Wu touched it in that season.
There's Klaus, there's Garmadon, Pythor, Wu, and Lloyd. I think 5.
Really?
Wait, does Nodicon count?
Does he?
Does he count? Because he interacted with it in
Depends.
season 6.
I mean, depends on your
And he
definition of
recreated
interaction.
it. So does your definition of interaction kind of line up with that?
I don't know, does it?
Oh my god, you're so mean. I would say it does. He created it and dropped it in front of Klaus and then made it go like Thanos dust.
But is that?
I think does interact have to be physically touch it? Because I don't think he physically touched it. I think I'll go with 5.
I'm okay. I think my answer is 7. I'm tempted to say 8 to throw one more in there just in case I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I'm gonna say 7. I think I'm gonna say 7. I think I'm right on. I think I got it. I hope.
Okay.
But this is an incredible quiz, though. This really is a great quiz.
Thank you.
It's not just really obvious stuff like how many episodes are in season 1, or who is the most prominent character and stuff like that.
That's what I wanted. The Ninjago. So often a Ninjago quiz is just like, who's the elemental master of fire? It's like,
yeah.
It's like
What's even the
let's do something proper.
What's even the point?
Yeah.
Again, this is I have no answer to this question.
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head, obviously, and I'm not confident that I'm going to remember everyone.
It kind of just
but
it kind of just relies on you just eyeballing the season, just seeing if you can figure it out through that.
Yeah, but I think we're at 6 currently. I don't know if I interacted with classes, book of spells in any capacity. Lloyd throws it because they get it at the end and they throw it into the fire.
Okay.
So that's because Lloyd throws it into the fire. Does anybody else touch? Well, and then they have to read the spell to send Garmadon off, and like so at first, who is reading him off at first? Is it Wu? I don't remember. It's a lot of people. It just gets passed around a lot. Like I said, I'm just gonna. The highest number on this list seems like the most plausible.
Okay.
We're gonna go with 8.
All right. This was interestingly another instance of all of them picking a different answer, and honestly these make for some of the most interesting ones for me, because all of them have a different logic, but in the end, it was Parachuting Kitten that got it correct. It was in fact 8. I said this in part 1, it is by a very heavy technicality 9, but the thing is that I specified it as Klaus's spellbook, so I don't actually include Klaus in the answer, but it is the way to get to it if you need to. But ultimately, the higher number was always best, and it is interesting that all of them got a different one. But honestly, I like these ones, but on to the next.
According to the book Garmadon Rules, when did Harumi begin her plan to resurrect Garmadon? Oh, I haven't read this. I haven't read that book.
According to the book Garmadon, oh my god, there are so many niche pulls here. I've never read Garmadon Rules. I swear that book is only available through like a German fan translation.
No comment?
Why didn't they ever release that, by the way? That would have been such a good release.
I haven't read any of these books. I have one Garmadon book, and I still haven't read it. Like, I got it as a Christmas present. I never read it.
I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about extended universe content. Big shocker. I don't know the answer to this question. If you had read the book, I guess it's not. I assume it wouldn't be crazy to assume that someone would know the answer to this question.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have thought it would be like as soon as her parents died, but maybe after Tournament of Elements that he got sent to the whatever realm it was it Cursed or Departed? I can't remember which one it was. Yeah, that's another thing, with there's so many different realms and stuff like that in Ninjago, I just get them all mixed up.
They are, yeah. Do you subscribe to the 17 realms theory?
I didn't even know that was a theory. I thought it was just definitively like 16 and there was no fluctuation on that.
The 17 realms theory is essentially when like the creation of like, you know, the realms and everything has been told, we get told that there are 16 realms and then the first Ninjutsu master created Ninjago. So the theory is that the realm of Ninjago is actually the 17th realm.
Oh, that makes sense if they put it like that. Yeah.
It's interesting.
I don't know. It's an interesting thought. I'm going to say after Tournament of Elements because that's when he got taken out of got sent to the other realm.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was after Tournament though. I think I do remember that.
You reckon?
I think so. Yeah. Actually, no, because Garmadon wasn't dead then. But to her, he might as well been. And she didn't know that. Maybe after Day of the Departed? I'm gonna go after Possession.
Really? Okay.
That seems like a safe move, because there's what, like, less than 2 years between that and Sons of Garmadon?
Oh.
And Skybound has an unspecified time skip along with Day of the Departed, so I'd only assume that's like a couple months. And then Sons of Garmadon to Hands of Time. Well, Day of the Departed to Hands of Time is like right after each other, and Sons of Garmadon is like a year gap. So at most it's like 2 years. So that kind of seems right to me, because she had to like form like a whole gang and like hire mercenaries and lay stuff into. The 2 years seems like a pretty okay amount of time.
Okay.
So Tournament Elements, obviously Sensei Garmadon is gone. And then maybe she heard about that, and then she thought, okay, well, what if I can raise the Oni side of Garmadon then?
Okay.
And then after the events of Possession, maybe maybe she heard that Sensei Garmadon like actually died because the cursed realm like was submerged into the water and is gone, and like all the souls like were gone, I think.
Okay.
So then it's like, oh well, Sensei Garmadon is gone, then I can definitely, after the events of Day of the Departed. Sure, then she would have gotten the idea about it, maybe. I think Hands of Time is too late. I know there was a time gap between Hands of Time, but I don't know. I feel like it's too obvious.
There was a year.
Yeah, I feel this. And even then, I don't feel like that's enough time. To get a whole biker gang together and all that in a year, that's like she'd be a really good princess at that point.
She's got that crunch time.
Yeah.
She knows how to lock in.
Of that, there isn't as much of a time gap between Day of the Departed and Hands of Time. It's even a shorter time gap because they're helping clean up the museum. Like, isn't it like months, like in between Day of the Departed and Hands of Time?
It's still debated because of the end of Hands of Time, because Jay is like, oh, are you gonna tell this story every Day of the Departed? Like, it's up in the air as to when it happens. My personal belief is that Hands of Time kicks off basically days after.
Yeah,
that's my belief.
Yeah, I feel like Day of the Departed is the most logical pick because I feel like it's the most logical pick because she saw all the villains get raised, I'm assuming, and then she was like, oh, I can do that for Garmadon. If only I could bring back the original Garmadon. Well, why not? Something like that.
She went,
I feel like that's
do it better.
I feel like that's the most logical answer, and I have a feeling that I put more thought into that than that book. I don't know. We'll see.
I guess a year is maybe long enough to, if it's okay, I'm going to start enacting my plan here. If you have it all in motion. I don't know. I think maybe logically we only start seeing the Sons of Garmadon after the events of Hands of Time. So there is that.
That's one way of looking at it.
That's the most when did she begin her plan? Well, when do we see any sort of effect of the begin? What would she have been doing before the Sons of Garmadon existed?
True.
I don't know. Lloyd describes the Sons of Garmadon as a new group, I think, in the season. I don't know. We're gonna go with that because it's so simple is correct. I don't know.
It's so interesting watching you decipher. It's no, this makes sense. Wait.
She gotta go through but it could be as basic. It could also be as basic. It's just Garmadon died and she's like, okay, I'm gonna work on resurrecting him now. It could be.
Garmadon's gone and she's like, okay.
Both are so simply surface level. It could be the answer.
Okay.
It does feel a little far back for her to be doing it that whole time. I kind of think it's not after Hands of Time, but that doesn't seem like the most logical choice. I don't have really much justification for choosing something else. I'm just going to go, again, with my gut and just go that one. I kind of think I am going to get this question wrong, though.
We were again back in the scenario of everyone picking an individual answer on their own, which honestly does feel like the best kind of question. This time, though, it wasn't Parachuting Kitten, it was actually Crusty that got it correct. As far as I'm aware, because I also haven't read the book, there is no really determinable reason as to why it's after the events of possession, but it is after those events. So it's really interesting to see, and as far as I can tell, Crusty just kind of guessed it because they all remarked to never reading the book. But the thing is that it's still fairly impressive. But again, another interesting case of showing how everyone comes to different conclusions based on different pieces of evidence. NinjaCole said Day of the Departed because of the events of Day of the Departed. Parachuting Kitten remarked at Hands of Time because we never saw the Sons of Garmadon before then, and PythFenn guessed Tournament of Elements because it was as soon as Garmadon had departed. Honestly, really interesting evidence, really interesting conclusions, but all of them came to a different one, and this is why it's interesting to me. So on to the next one.
Which ninja has been shown as a minifigure render within the show?
Oh, minifigure render. Is this going to be on a screen or something within the show that there'll be an outline of them or something like that? That's what I'm thinking. Or is it straight up
It's straight up the minifigure.
Yeah. I mean, technically Zane, I remember, but that's not here, and I don't think that counts anyway. Because I'm just thinking, I'm thinking of that pose, this specific pose here. And like Zane had that pose in like the scroll thing.
Okay.
But I don't know, that doesn't count.
Ah.
Familiar much
Okay,
with these?
so to get the obvious out of the way, I don't know the answer to this question. I don't know why I would. I have no idea that there is a minifigure render in the show of one of the characters. So,
I mean, I've given this to some. I've given people this. Like, it's not like the character quite literally is the minifigure. It's like that shot there of Legacy Kai. It's a person in their suit, and it's literally that. It's like a PNG basically.
It's a PNG of somebody. Okay.
Because
I was gonna say, technically they're all minifigures all the time. So
it's a massive
the correct
trick
answer
question,
is everybody. Any answer is the correct answer.
Okay.
Oh my god, I was gonna lean towards Zane there, and I looked at the results, and Zane is not there. I think Lloyd. I'm leaning towards Lloyd.
You reckon?
Yeah, just because Lloyd is like the main character, so they're gonna show him the most.
Like the law of averages, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, I'm not sure if the weird statue where he's posed up like a Lego minifigure counts, but that's making me feel good about the answer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that.
There might have been a time a couple of years ago when I could have answered more of them confidently, but I haven't been as in touch with Ninjago in the last 2 years or so. So I will try and brush up on my knowledge and all that before the anniversary. I'm thinking Lloyd.
Yeah.
I've got absolutely no proof or anything for that. I'm just thinking that.
I don't have a single clue.
Remember, you do have.
Should I use? Should I was thinking about that. It's like we're pretty close in it, but like you have number 20. It's like the worst question. Like, you know what? I'm gonna use the hint. Go for it.
Okay.
Give me the hint.
So you're pulling from PythFenn's quiz.
Okay.
And he answered Lloyd. Now, whether or not you want to agree or disagree with
No,
this,
I know.
it's up to
I
you.
know. I feel like Lloyd's a pretty answer. Like if any of them be Lloyd, because like I'm thinking like maybe they just threw in that render, and they like A were meant to replace him, or B it was like in the final hour they just had to throw him in, or maybe they just did it as an Easter egg. I don't know. It's like
Okay.
I feel like it had to be a main character like Lloyd or Kai, and Kai's not on this list.
I've gotten that a lot. I've gotten a lot of people say that they would have guessed Kai.
I'm gonna say Lloyd. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go with Lloyd.
I mean, Lloyd's the main character, so it's most likely for there to be depictions of him
Okay.
in the show. That's the most logic I have. That there's literally like I have nothing else to go on. Like, and I'm trying to think of like, is there a time that there would be something where you would see a picture that is, I don't know that any of them bias towards any of the characters, so I just have no logic.
No,
I'm gonna
okay.
I don't know even what else to say on this one. I'm Lloyd because he's the main character. That's as much logic as I think I can have.
Okay. We're now seeing the opposite to what we actually saw before. In this instance, all of them did pick the exact same answer, being Lloyd. But the thing is that none of them actually knew where this question was coming from. Unfortunately though, they did all get it incorrect. It is not Lloyd, but I fully understand the reason as to why they went for it. But it is actually Cole, and it's on the screens when they play video games. I love that little detail, I've never forgotten about it, and I really do appreciate those kind of little tidbits that you get throughout the show. But yeah, unfortunately no one got it, but I really don't think that's a problem. If anything, it just speaks to the sheer vastness of the Ninjago knowledge. But on to the next question.
Which of these characters does not appear as a pixelated selectable fighter in the episode Stop, Drop, and Sky?
Ooh, I remember that episode. Is that when they're it's when they're trying to get to the top of the Unagami's game area or whatever it is?
Yeah.
Garmadon, I think so. Rumi, Much Powers and Lightning Chicken. I do have a little pixelated Garmadon in my mind. I think that exists.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
I was gonna say, are there any of the others that are like sticking out, or are you?
Well, they fight Harumi. Is this the scene that
Yes.
it's in? Yeah, because they fight Harumi, so that she had to be a selectable character. There is a whole thing with chickens in that season. So
Okay.
Clutch Powers seems, and he's not a villain, but maybe that's what makes it like a. You wouldn't think that he would be there, but he is. Because I also am not conjuring up a pixelated lightning chicken in my head.
Okay.
Okay, I think I actually can do this one. Harumi doesn't show up.
You sure?
They scroll through Garmadon, Clutch Powers, the Sphere, I think, the Lightning Chicken, and then Harumi shows up in person. They wouldn't show her like on the screen.
You reckon?
Yeah, they're doing it to like set up the shock moment.
Okay.
Lightning Chicken. I think they threw that in there. I think I remember that. I feel like they threw that in as an Easter egg.
Okay.
Garmadon, possibly, because it's a reference to Garmadon. Clutch Powers could also be there thrown as an Easter egg. But Garmadon, I feel like they'd have to throw Garmadon in there. I feel like they'd have to. Like, because that's like a reference to the villain.
Okay.
I'm going to say Clutch Powers.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
Just based on the era that this is from, I'm thinking Garmadon, because he wasn't relevant in Wild Brain at all until Crystallized.
But would they tease him?
Oh, they might tease him, but oh my god. But I'm thinking that Clutch Powers, Lightning Chicken, and Harumi, all three of those were present in this time period, like, of the show in some capacity, whereas Garmadon wasn't ever there. I mean, you could be right about teasing. I could just be completely wrong, but I'm just thinking Garmadon.
Okay.
I've got to just trust my gut.
Okay.
Season 12 has a thing about chickens, so I think there's plausible that there's a lightning chicken.
But not Clutch.
Well, I will note this down on one to come back to, because I think if I give it some time to marinate, I might have more of an inkling. I don't know.
Okay.
But we'll go with Clutch Powers, because that's one. But I don't have like I didn't have a strong gut intuition for this one either, so I don't know.
Okay. This question is particularly interesting. Whilst only Crusty actually got it correct, this one has actually led to something more. This question, if I was you, I would keep in your mind, because later on, let's just say it comes back up. But as it stands, like I said, Crusty is the one who got it correct, but that may not matter sometime soon. But I don't want to spoil too much, because it is quite interesting to see. But on to the next question.
How man.
Yeah.
How manly. The Tales of the Monastery of Spinjitzu shorts.
I had to keep it. I noticed it like in the very first filming session. I was like, I'm just gonna have to keep it for the bit at this point.
I might be thinking of the core shorts that they made. Oh no, these were the legacy ones that they did.
They are the legacy ones, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't spell and I can't read.
Well, hey.
Okay, so let me think here. So there were a lot of them, so I have to think. I'm thinking 6, but that's not my answer yet. So that one that's currently shown on screen, there was the J one, there was the Neo one,
Okay.
there was the Lloyd one, the Lloyd Golden Ninja one. There was a Kai and Zane one. I think that's it. Oh, let me think here. I'm pretty I feel like I'm missing one, but that seems right. Thinking, I don't think there was a Kai-centric one.
By the way, this is such a weird frame of Woo.
I personally call this frame
It's the Garmadon Woo.
Yeah, Gamma Woo, because it's just 4 arms.
He looks like really angry in it as well.
I don't know what they were doing. with this.
I'm pretty sure there were 5.
You reckon?
Oh my god, that's so evil that you do that, man. Literally every time I'll answer something, you'll be like, you reckon? And I'm like, oh, I don't know now.
Oh, hey, maybe I'm helping,
Actually,
maybe I'm
diabolical
going against
stuff.
you.
Actually, diabolical, man. I'm pretty sure it was. I think I remember there being 5 though. I know there wasn't 4, and 6 seems a little much.
No, there's 6 of those. I'm 95% sure. Again, I've been in like a solid 95 on a lot of things.
Okay.
I don't know if I could list them all, but I don't think they've ever done an odd number of shorts, have they? I think it's always been an even number, but I have no. Obviously, you can't answer the question because if it is an odd number, if this is an odd number of shorts, you can't.
Well, yeah, true.
You can't confirm two of the options for me. But I don't think they've ever had an odd number of.
See,
shorts.
if that's correct, that is an amazing snipe.
So yeah.
I'm just going to be completely spitballing here, just completely winging it. But I'm thinking maybe 6, one per ninja. Not that necessarily means anything, because it just could be random stuff.
Okay.
I think one of them had Pythor and J in it. Like, I've probably only seen each of these once.
They're good shorts. I'd recommend you go back to them.
Yeah, I should. I keep saying I should. I need to brush up on my Ninjago knowledge. Yeah, 6.
I think I'm good with 5. I think there's 5. I feel like there's 6, but I feel like there's 5 too. I don't know. I can't think of the 6th one, so I'm gonna say 5.
In the end, though, it is actually 6. It's a shame that 2 of them did get this one incorrect, but unfortunately it is the case. And to answer Parachute and Kitten's question, there are an odd number of shorts in a series, and that is actually the Chen's Chair short. That one actually only has got the 5, and I believe it's the only one that actually does this. The rest of them are even. A fun bit of Ninjago lore for you. But honestly, I think this was a fun question, but on to the next one.
Question 18. Which of these seasons did not feature the golden weapons in any capacity?
Do you like the
Alright,
golden
I might be able
weapons?
to get this.
Yeah.
Dragon's Rising Season 1, they have the whole the whole backstory of the first Benjutsu Master and the Source Dragons. I think they have like a representation of the golden weapons in that. I don't think the golden weapons are in... I think this is eliminated as an answer for this question.
Okay.
Let's see. Tournament of Elements, Possession, and Sons of Garmadon. I'm not thinking of anything off the top of my head.
I've said this to so many people. The pilot's golden weapons look so good.
They do. They are awesome. They really knocked it out of the park with these designs, like just on the first go.
It's just like that bright, shiny metallic. Like they go to such like a deep gold after, after this.
And I love how they're lit up as well. Like they have like an aura.
Yeah. Literal
Whereas
aura.
nowadays it's literally just like a bronze golden sword.
They're like matte in a weird
And
way.
they still look good in the duo stuff, but these are just so cool looking.
Yeah.
Dragon's Rising Season 1, I don't think there was. Tournament of Elements. Let me just put an elimination here. I don't remember the Tournament of Elements having the golden weapons. But like...
It's extremely funny.
Go on.
I've pointed this out. An option that was in here that I actually took out because I felt like it was too harsh, because the criteria was any capacity. Initially, Skybound was going to be one of the options, and it was going to be, you could have selected it, and it would have been incorrect because Skybound has an image in the background of one scene that shows the nunchucks of lightning.
That would be insane. That would be, I don't remember what you're talking about. I literally don't remember.
I took it out because I was staring at it and I just went, nah.
That'd be mean. That'd be mean.
I'm gonna say Dragon's Rising Season 1 because they completely refocused everything on the merge for Dragon's Rising. It feels like these wouldn't have come up at all.
Okay.
Whereas these were kind of more present in the earlier half of the show or whatever.
No, Tournament of Elements at the beginning, Lloyd is going to get the golden armor, testing out the thing to do the golden armor. So it's either Possession or Sons of Garmadon.
Interesting.
Am I forgetting something obvious?
Well, I don't know. Are you?
But am I thinking of different examples to rule them out than you had in mind? Let's see. Possession and Sons of Garmadon. I feel like I'm missing something obvious. Not feature the golden weapons in any capacity. Oh no! So in Sons of Garmadon, Misako has the whole talking about the Oni and the dragon, and she talks about the first Benjutsu Master. I don't know specifically if there's like depictions of the golden weapons, but she probably mentions them in her whole spiel. So I think I'm gonna go with Possession.
Okay.
Okay, I know it's not Dragon's Rising Season 1. I know it's definitely not DR1 or Possession. which leaves Sons of Garmadon or Tournament.
Why not Possession or DR Season 1?
Well, DR Season 1, they're shown in the lore dump scene in the tree, and in Possession, they're shown in Morrow's flashback.
Okay.
Which leaves SOG, which I don't think they're shown in.
Okay.
I don't think they're even mentioned in Sons of Garmadon. I feel like they're more likely to get a mention in Tournament because they're closer to it. And Sons of Garmadon was like the big reboot season.
You think?
Yeah, the golden weapons weren't really brought up like... I think they were brought up in Hunted. They were mentioned in Hunted, they weren't shown. Wait, no. It's Tournament.
Why?
They showed them in SOG. They showed them in the Oni scene.
Are you sure?
Yes, he like they have that little puppet show scene and like he brings all the golden weapons in. I almost went for the most obvious miss there. I was this close. I was so convinced they weren't in SOG. I forgot like one of the most iconic scenes of the whole season.
Okay.
I don't remember them being brought up in I don't remember them being featured in Elements, and I don't remember them being featured in Possession either.
Okay.
I feel like maybe there could have been a mention of them in Dragon's Rising Season 1. Maybe there was like a poster of them because where are the ninja, and like maybe they showed them.
Okay.
I think Possession is the least likely out of these. I'm gonna go with Possession. I know Sons of Garmadon for a fact. I'm ruling that out.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Possession. I feel like Tournament of Elements would have. Stop laughing. I feel like Tournament of Elements. I feel like Tournament of Elements. There's a chance because that's where they got their elements from in the first place.
Okay.
Dragon's Rising Season 1 maybe because maybe they brought them up because that's what they're known for. And then Sons of Garmadon, I know for a fact because it showed up in the flashback.
Okay.
I'm gonna say Possession. I think that's my latest answer.
Interesting. Crusty was the only one that actually got this in the end, and whilst it was surprising, it wasn't exactly shocking. The thing is that most of these seasons have the golden weapons, but just in very minor roles, and they are forgettable because of it. But honestly, I was very surprised that not more of them did get it, but I honestly do respect the logic that most of them went with. The most common answer here was Possession, and of course that is Mora's flashback. But the thing is that is very easy to forget, because it wasn't even the emphasis of the scene. So in the end, only Crusty got a point here. On to the next one.
What target demographic does Cole state his story is for in Season 11?
Okay, I think I should know this one.
Yeah?
Because I remember this line specifically, because I think it was just like an in-joke about what LEGO targets Ninjago towards. That's why I remember it.
5 to 13. That one's easy.
Okay.
Maybe. He thinks it's because that's the whole joke. It's like it's appropriate for little kids, and it's a good joke. I love Season 11, so I've watched it a lot. I know that one.
I like the ice chapter. It's just I don't like the fire chapter.
Dude, fire chapter is in fact fire. It's so good. I love it so much.
It's not the worst thing, but
the pacing is rocky, and that is undebatable. But it's so funny, and there's so many like the dialogue within the team feels so on point, and Sphera is a wonderful goddess, and I love her, and her voice is so addictively silky smooth. I could listen to her talk all day. Oh my gosh.
5 to 13. I remember this one because I use this clip a lot.
okay.
Whenever people were taking this show too seriously.
Bull knowledge, that is, if you're right.
I'm gonna say 5 to 13. I know that's not because like the age demographic was like 11 is like 11, but 5 to 13.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna say 5 because his excuse was that he was telling the story to the kids, and why would he tell them? He wouldn't say 4+ only. I don't think. Would he?
Okay.
Okay. Because I think these two answers are rolled out. Because like he was saying like my story is for, and like he said it as an excuse as to why he could tell them the story. So we wouldn't say 13 or mature, obviously.
Okay.
I'm I'm gonna say 5 to 13. I think I'm gonna keep that guess right there.
Let's see if you needed the hint.
5 to 13 sounds like the most. I definitely remember this line. This is one line from Wild Brain that I have remembered. Oh, also, there's some other stuff like when Jay says, take this obsolete file format and throws the floppy disk in Prime Empire.
Okay, yeah, fair. No, I like
Yeah, I think 5 to 13-year-old, because 13 plus years doesn't seem like the kind of... Maybe that's a joke they'd make nowadays with what they're aiming towards. But yeah, back then, I think that was just a nice joke about Ninjago's demographic.
Okay. All four of them just completely sniped the fact that it was 5 to 13, and they were correct in the fact that it was the age demographic. It's honestly just a really fun little tidbit, and I do find it to be a very fun little meta joke within Ninjago. I mean, they're right with them, so they are appreciated nonetheless. But the thing is that it also did answer some interesting conversations about Season 11, mainly just Parachuting Kitten's love for the season, which is honestly very interesting to hear about, and it definitely did make me want to rewatch it at the time. But yeah, in the end, all four of them got it correct. On to the next one.
Question 20. What is Doc Wyatt's favorite Dragons Rising Season 3 episode?
Look at the goats.
I don't know. Again, I'm not super closely following any of the Blue Sky drops unless I'm doing research for a video on a particular topic, so I have no idea about stuff like this.
Look at the goat right there.
Oh lord, yeah, he's goated, but I have no clue what his favorite episode is.
He's even holding up a 3.
I can't even remember half of these episodes.
I mean, I can tell you which episodes these are.
The Spectral Lands is the Morrow one.
Yes.
Is Chaos Reigns the end of part 1 or part 2?
Part 2.
Okay, so the Vault of Focus is like episode 19, right?
Episode 17.
Episode 17, and the Shatter Dragon is episode 10. Ugh.
Yes.
I think I know what you're referencing. I'm pretty sure you're referencing when he was asked at Comic-Con and he blurted out like a part 2 episode when he was only supposed to say a part 1 episode.
Really? Okay.
And I think that's what you're referencing. And he said the episode where they go to the land of Lee. I can't remember which episode that was.
Chaos
Maybe the
Reigns.
Spectral Lands.
Morrow, you reckon he's a Morrow fan?
Yeah, I like that Morrow came back. I think that's good. I just wish that they'd directly referenced it more, because they kind of skirt around it. They never directly go like, oh, wait, it's you, Morrow. I remember you, blah, blah, blah. You tried to kill us or whatever. They just kind of, like, he's there, but they don't really mention any of the past events.
Well, because, like, you could argue that Aaron doesn't know who Morrow is, but in contrast, like, in Season 8... Lloyd is asking Harumi like who like her favorite villain was, or like the most scary villain, and he references Morrow as if she should know him. So
Yeah.
it would make sense that Aaron should have recognized Morrow, but I just don't think they considered it.
I also know that Lloyd references him when he meets Hugh Fraser. He goes like, oh, I knew the last Master of Wind.
True.
And it's like,
Don't want
it's
to say
like a
him by
cool
name.
line, bro. Yeah, it's like, cool, but why didn't you name drop him? Also, like, you all knew him. You all were there when he took over your body.
Yeah, true. It's a bit of
like
a
they've-
sore spot for Lloyd.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I feel like they've got this kind of aversion to, as a whole, an aversion to directly name dropping past events. They kind of mention them, but they don't really ever talk about them.
The obvious answer is one of the finale episodes.
You reckon he's a finale buff?
I don't know. I feel like all creators are always like, but, it just ends. Because, like, when you make something, like, usually it's like you build it up to a end point that you are proud of, right? So I feel like there are a lot of, like, Tommy tweets talking about, like, oh, this is the funniest episode, or this is had the best action in this episode. Well, usually when he says the best action, it's also usually the finale episode. Anyway, but usually when they're like, but the best episode, it's that finale episode.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go the Shatter Dragon because, I don't know, fandom consensus was that the actual finale wasn't that good an episode. And that was certainly, the Shatter Dragon was a much better, like, finale and it has that whole message about, like, Aaron learning to, like, value his kindness and stuff. Like, I can see that being, I don't know, again, I have no
I see
I have
the
no
logic.
way of logicking my way into the subjective opinion of one of the writers, but then I think we're gonna send that one.
I like it. I like it.
I'm gonna say it's the Shatter Dragon. That's not it.
Do you know which one the Shatter Dragon is?
I'm pretty sure that's the finale of part 1, like the final, like episode 10 of part 1. I'm pretty sure
It is.
because it's like, oh, the Thunder Dragon, like the Thunder Fang is here, you know.
Okay.
The Vault of Focus. I think I'm gonna throw out. I think that's correct.
Okay.
Hopefully.
I'm gonna say the Spectral Lands because that's my favorite of this lot.
Okay.
And that just seems to be like the best one, and I really don't know what Doc's tastes are on season 3. So I'm gonna go with that.
Doc changes his favorite episode every time they release a new season. He says like he has like recency bias basically.
That's fair. That's very understandable. Can I get a hint? I want to ask like one question.
Okay.
When did Doc post this take?
That is really that's interesting. See, I'm not classing that as your hint because you're not asking for like the previous quiz. I'll answer that because I don't mind. He said it not long after the official drop of part 2.
Okay, so I'm leaning towards a part 2 one then. If he has like recency bias for his episodes.
Yeah, but he has recency bias for seasons. Like, you know, they work on the seasons like all in one. Remember?
Oh, true. This is so hard. I can barely remember a lot of these episodes themselves. They got jettisoned from my head like a week after I watched them.
I mean, Spectral Lands is a solid pick. It's the Morrow episode.
Yeah, Spectral Lands is like the best episode of the season. I'm gonna stick with that.
I don't know about
Doc,
best.
Doc is like very good at like character writing. Like he's special. He's like when Dragon's Rising came out, something I really appreciated that there was like a big emphasis on character stories and character development, and the Spectral Lands has like I think the most of that. Like
Okay.
the most like kind of intimate character moments. You know, like Aaron has like a big realization about like morality, and Morrow gets a lot of character work. I'm leaning towards that.
Okay.
Although it could equally be the Shattered Dragon because that kind of specializes in a lot of similar stuff.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Crusty, it was actually a case of neither of them being the correct answer. It was in fact the Vault of Focus. The only person who actually got this one correct was actually NinjaCole, and it was just completely by guess. As far as why it's his favourite episode, we don't really have an outright explanation. The most thing we just know is that he just simply likes it. I don't think he really gives an explanation, but it's still just the joys of Doc. Hello Doc if you're watching. But this is a fun question. I needed to get him in here somehow because he's just too goated. But apart from that, we're on to question 21.
What season was the Departed Realm officially revealed in? So we're talking about its first mention, right?
Yes.
See, I get the Departed and the Cursed Realm confused. I think in Tournament of Elements, because in Tournament of Elements has the curse when Garmadork goes there and Morrow gets out at the end of that. Why do I feel like it's Possession?
Well, see, Possession. Well, no, Tournament of Elements, because that's where you're trying to get me. Because obviously Skybound and Day of the Departed are like taken out. That's obvious. But so you would think, oh, it's Possession, but like Tournament of Elements they brought up. That's where. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think you're pulling another fast one on me. Because I think they call it the Cursed Realm in 4 and 5, and then they call it the Departed Realm after that. I think they changed it. So it was called the Cursed Realm, because I remember, because Misako was like, no one comes back from the Cursed Realm.
Okay.
But am I overthinking the question? I don't know.
The thing is, there's like 12 different afterlives in Ninjago.
True, very true.
we have to distinguish between the Departed Realm and the Cursed Realm. The Cursed Realm is also the preeminent. But like, I think the Departed Realm is the more generic, where normal people go to die who aren't cursed and evil and bad.
Okay.
But I don't think that we see. Like, I don't know if we see the Departed Realm, and there's also the Underworld, which is where all the skeletons are. I don't know how that factors into afterlife or whatever.
They have the Departed.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident that's when they first mentioned it.
Okay. I'll take. Okay.
Or maybe Day. Oh, but the Day of the Departed so heavily focuses on this whole. Oh no, that was post season 6. That's right. That was after season 6. Skybound. I'm gonna say Possession.
Okay.
Possession really talked about the whole realms thing a lot more than they previously had.
True. We did learn a lot about the realms.
Especially with the random Chima crossover. That was pretty funny.
True.
I still wish they'd go back to that. Like, talk about that again. Bring that up.
I think, is it Skybound? Not Skybound. I think Day of the Departed. Am I overthinking? I don't know if I'm overthinking the question. I don't know if I'm overthinking the question. I thought this was an easy one, but I can't tell if I'm being punked or not. Okay. I don't think it was ever called the Departed Realm in season 4 and 5. And then I think they did change it after a certain point.
Yeah.
And I don't think that would be Skybound. It had to be it was like maybe they called it the Departed Realm after Day of the Departed. But again, are you tricking me? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you're tricking me.
Am I tricking you?
I'm so torn. I don't know if I'm being tricked. I'm actually like, I don't have a coin. I'm flipping a coin.
Oh, no.
All right, it's Tails. Day of the Departed. I think you are tricking me. God, because it was called. Stop laughing. Because it's called the Departed Realm. It's called the Cursed Realm in Tournament of Elements. Because Misako says Cursed Realm. So they only call it the Cursed Realm in Tournament of Elements of Possession. And then the trick here is that you put the Departed Realm. I'm gonna say Day of the Departed. I'm going with it. That's like I guess. That's I don't know. I'm trusting the coin. I have to trust the coin.
Okay.
This is a screenshot from season 11 in Kaiju Protocol.
Damn, good snipe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair play.
But and let me just say, Pixel Stand here. So I know that episode very well.
Fair play. I was not expecting that.
It's like one of the only Pixel Focus episodes, so I have watched it a number of times. And that's not on this list here, so we know it's not from. It must have been revealed before season 11. So I don't know if we see it in Tournament of Elements, or it could be like even in a flashback somewhere where somebody's opening a portal to something and we see in through the portal. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Day of the Departed because that's the only time in any of these that I can even recall the Departed Realm specifically being shown. It's possible it's in Possession, but I also kind of don't think you would put that as a question on this quiz if the answer was just a season with all the ghosts. So
it depends if I want to be.
That's my logic there.
No, fair play. I love this question because I purposely placed it further into the quiz because by then they would trust me the least. This is the most on-the-nose question of the bunch, just simply being Day of the Departed for the Departed Realm. The whole theme of this question is the fact that each of these seasons did introduce a realm, and that was what the Day of the Departed did. So, 3 of them got it. Unfortunately, PythFenn did go with Possession, but honestly, that makes complete sense if you think about it. But ultimately, it was just the case of the season that talks about it is the season that did it, and that's why I love that question. It really is the game of trust issues.
Alright, question 22. Which Source Dragon does the ninja meet first?
So I think it's the dragon that was under Imperium that Lloyd became the conduit of.
Do you remember
I don't know, man. I know that motion comes out like to in a physical state to go like have an exposition session with all of the ninja. This does say ninja and not Lloyd. I know Lloyd has like visions before that point.
Okay.
Source Dragon does the ninja meet first. Also meet. It's like they're having a discussion with the ninja, which feels very reminiscent of that scene with motion. But that feels like way blatantly too obvious, and I'm forgetting something.
That is energy.
Okay.
That was like a season I was invested enough in to remember most of.
Okay. I'll respect it.
No, it's not motion. It's not motion. Motion's the one that comes to them in season 2 that has that incredible set. Oh, it'll be that big one. It'll be that huge one that they had trapped in Imperium that Lloyd went to at the end of Dragons Rising season 1.
Okay.
I can't remember if that's energy. I think it's energy. It's either energy or strength. I'm thinking energy.
Okay.
Okay, I think you can tell me. So, like, which dragon told them to go to the tournament? I cannot remember for the life of me. Which one was that one? That's not my answer. I just need to remember so I can see if it's my answer.
I can't answer.
You
that
can't
question.
tell me. Okay. Okay, but okay, because I don't know whether that's okay. But then now that since you're not telling me. I feel like that's the answer. I'm gonna say that it's the first one, and I'm pretty well. Was it energy though? I don't remember if it was strength or energy. I don't know. I haven't seen Dragons Rising season 1 in a while. I meant to rewatch it, and now I wish I did. I'm gonna say, I think it was energy. Okay, that one I think is strength. The green one, I'm pretty sure is energy. That one has to be strength. I'm going to say strength. And we're just going to move on from that, and I'm not going to think about it anymore.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. In season 1, because he's trapped. It's not motion. It's because Lloyd and Zane, it's multiple ninja. So I think it's the Source Dragon of Energy.
Okay. Is it though?
I don't think it's Flo because I don't think I remember what. I don't think I've heard about Flo ever in the show, so I'm gonna cross that one out. And it's like the Source Dragon of Energy because like that would be thematically appropriate because they're like draining his energy, right? I don't know, but again, that's like a major plot point in the show that I embarrassingly forgot for probably way too long. And well, in my defense, you don't actually see the dragon. It's just a giant sphere. So I'm thinking, when do they meet a dragon? And I'm visualizing the one scene where there's a big dragon and they meet the dragon, and not the scene where they're talking to an abstract sphere. I'm gonna go with energy. I feel like I remembered the thing that I was missing. I might still be missing something, but if I am, I don't know it at this point.
Okay.
Is my conclusion on that one.
Interesting. The correct answer in this case was, in the end, energy. The only one that got it wrong was actually NinjaCole. The rest of them did actually get it correct. I mean, it's just a cool bit of trivia and just a fun thing to know. The first interaction was with the Source Dragon of Energy. NinjaCole did actually bounce between energy and strength, and they are fairly similar in their symbols. So the thing is that it is an honest mistake to make, and it's kind of the reason I put them both in there. So it is unfortunate to him, but well done to the rest.
If they decided to drink Traveler's Tea.
Look at that yummy tea right there.
I think, yummy. I'm pretty sure I remember this.
I feel like weirdly soothed is something Lloyd says. That rings a bell as something like, weirdly soothing. That sounds like a line that is said.
Okay.
I'm gonna say confused. They were screaming like, "What's happening?" I'm gonna go with that.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I assume this is some tweet from somebody clarifying, like, this is what it would feel like if you drink Traveler's Tea.
No.
I don't think this is in the show anywhere. I'm gonna stake that claim out in the open right now. Extremely lightweight seems plausible. Weirdly soothed. Very confused. Cautiously optimistic. I have no way into logicking my way into the correct answer here. So I'm just going to go with my gut, which is extremely lightweight.
Okay.
The only thing I can remember was Misako being like, the people that drink this tea are like, never come back. It's like, I'll never bother you again. That's the only reference I can think of, but that doesn't answer the question.
Okay.
I feel like very confused would be a good one, because if if it's traveler's tea, because that's what they drink. Like that's what it is called traveler's tea. They use it to travel.
Okay.
So if they're wound up in a location, even if they're going there, their mind would be confused once they get there, because like they haven't realized they're there yet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say very confused. I feel like that's a good answer. Hopefully. Oh
Okay.
God, I'm losing confidence in my knowledge in Ninjago by the second. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm like this quiz is gonna come out and people are gonna question my credibility, like NinjaCole's credibility. God,
This has been fascinating.
I love that answer. I love that description.
If you couldn't already tell, I had a lot of fun rage baiting NinjaCole throughout all of this, and I think you started to realize I was doing it as well. But the thing is that whilst his answer actually had a lot of logic, it wasn't the correct one. The thing is that it's weirdly soothed, and it was just a random answer on Twitter. But the thing is that it's still interesting to note, because the implication of what would happen to someone is still not answered. We just know how they would feel. But the thing is that it's still just kind of interesting to know, just a little bit of trivia about Ninjago that you can certainly impress your friends with. But on to the next one.
Question 24. How many elemental masters have confirmed last names? We got Jaywalker right here, so that's at least one we know for sure.
Okay.
Jay Walker, for one. I know he's always had Walker. Lloyd Garmadon. But this is weird. Are we counting, like... I can never remember if Wu and Garmadon actually count as elemental masters. They're creation and destruction, right? And then that also begs the question, is their last name both Garmadon? It's Wu Garmadon, and then whatever Garmadon's first name is.
I mean, they don't really have... Like, they're just singular named. Like, it's just Wu and Garmadon.
We got one revealed recently, and that was the Lightning. I forgot her name, but that's one. I think it was like weird because everybody was like making fun of it.
Okay.
Not many though. Not many. I'm just gonna throw out 5, I guess. It's like I can't, because like I think it's more than 3, but it's not that many. I don't think it's that many.
Okay.
But at St. Julian, do Kai and Nia have confirmed last names?
Do they?
I don't know. They're called Smith in my head, but I have no idea if that was ever actually confirmed. Like, does the season 2 behind the scenes video count as like official lore?
Does it?
I don't know. I have no clue. That could be like 2 extra elemental masters. I'm gonna go with 7. I think 7 seems right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go out on a guess.
Okay, interesting.
Actually, can I go back and get a hint on this one?
The last names?
Yeah.
Okay. So...
I may as well use my hint, and I think I can get this one pretty.
Okay,
All
so as I said, like you'll get the quiz of the last person who I filmed with. In this case, it was NinjaCole. He answered for this question 5. Now, you can choose whether or not to agree with him or not, but that was his answer.
I think 5 sounds right. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah?
I'm gonna trust NinjaCole.
Are you sure?
Yeah. If NinjaCole is wrong, I'm gonna have to like blow up his house in Fortnite.
We're gonna have to have a sit down.
Zane Julian, I guessed. I'm like 99% sure the Julian is confirmed. Let's see. I don't know that, and we have Lloyd Garmadon. So we've reached our minimum number. I can think of the least amount that is on this list. I don't think do any of our other, like, elemental masters. Does Sora have a canon last name? I'm not sure. She has disowned it at this point, if she had one, but...
Can't be dead naming.
Yeah.
Can't be Raz in that one scene.
Yeah.
I know there was that behind the scenes random short where they've got like non-canon last names. It's like Coal Bucket or something really weird like that.
Yeah.
Where they're from like season 1.
Coal Bucket.
I think that was it.
Yeah. Coal Bucket and Coal Brookstone, I believe, has been the recurring answers.
That's right. It's at least 2. Let me trying to think of all the other elemental masters. They're all just referred to as all just one name: Tox, Crux, Acronix, Shade, Gravis, Belobo, all that. But there's so many elemental masters now that I can't even keep track of all of them, especially post Dragons Rising Season 2. I can only think Jay Walker and Lloyd Garmadon. I'm gonna say 3. That's probably too little, but I'm struggling to even think of any Ninjago characters full stop that have last names.
Okay.
So it's got to be at least 5.
Okay.
Let's see. Other elemental masters at the tournament. Let's think. We have like Gravis, Lobo, Jacob. What's his last name? Is like Pensiver or something, but he has a last name. So that's 5 for sure, and maybe 6 if we don't know about Sora. We have Griffin Turner. So that's 6 for sure, which means it's at least 7. You like the way I'm creeping up. So if I can think of 2 more than we know, let's see if I have anybody else I can think of.
It's like you're baiting yourself. You're like, well, I've got 6, so clearly there's 7. There's another one out there.
Well, because 6 isn't an option. So if I know that there's...
Well, yeah, I like the logic. It's just the fact you're like, oh, I'm clearly forgetting.
We have, unless you have forgotten Frack again, Frack Slitherbottom. So, my at least 6, maybe 7, what... I've lost track of what I actually know for sure.
Okay.
I can think of 7. Let's put this on 1 to return to, though.
Okay. This question, in my opinion, has been one of the most fascinating ones throughout the entirety of both parts of the quiz. The thing is that everyone has a different remembrance of names, and a different idea on what confirmed names truly mean. For example, I didn't include Zane Julian because it's only been mentioned on Blue Sky, and I think that is what the most interesting aspect is of all, and it's just how people interpret it in different ways. In the end, the one who got it right was Parachuting Kitten, and it honestly does make sense because she definitely applied the most logic to the question, and I definitely do rate that from her. The thing is that Crusty was gonna guess it correct, but in the end, he actually used his hint, and is what lost him a point. He did have 7 until he heard NinjaCole's answer, and again, it goes to show that a hint may not truly be a hint, and that's another very interesting thing, and why I love these quizzes so much. The logic, the guesswork, the hint, everything about it is so carefully designed, and honestly, I'm just really happy with how it came out. But apart from that, let's get to the final question.
Okay, to end it all off, question 25, how many characters have officially received the title of Lord?
There has to be more than Garmadon. There has to be. There are so many different, like, bad guys, and not even bad guys, just, like, rulers in Ninjago.
Okay, Lord Garmadon. I think Chen was called Lord Chen at a couple of points. I'm pretty sure. I know there were a few. I can't think of any more. I know there's more, but I can't think of any more because my brain doesn't work. Please stop lying. Stop it.
Yeah, I can't help it.
Lord Garmadon.
I love that shot.
We have is Lord Roz. Lord have officially received the title of Lord. Does Chen give Klaus the title of Lord ever? I know it's a whole sticking point that he wants the title of Lord, but I don't remember if anything happens where he gets it.
There's Garmadon. There's Raz. There's the Overlord.
I'm gonna give you this. I've given everyone this because everyone has either said the Overlord or asked the question of the Overlord. I'm gonna give you this.
He's gotta count.
Overlord is his name.
No, but he's also called the Dark Lord by like multiple characters. Like that's like
yeah, but
that's like a title he has.
But has he officially received the title?
I don't know. I guess not. But
so is
that's wild. I think he would have counted.
Is that a title or a nickname?
Dark Lord seems pretty official to me, but
I mean, hey,
interesting.
it's up to you. It's up to you.
No, now you said that, I'm leaning away from the Overlord. Okay, there's Garmadon and Raz, and those are like the main 2, but there's definitely more. Unagami and Ice Emperor were emperors. I feel like I'm forgetting like a minor character here called Lord. with some like lordship. I'm gonna go with 2. Actually, no. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say 3 to account for random
Sure.
no names.
All right. I know it's not many. Okay, let me think. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna leave it at 3. It was
You sure?
yeah, 3.
I'm just gonna say going to say there's 2.
2? Okay.
I can only think Lord Garmadon at the moment, but is there someone called the Dark Lord? Is there someone they refer to as the Dark Lord, or am I thinking of? I'm probably thinking of Harry Potter. I might be thinking of Voldemort.
There is someone referenced as the Dark Lord, yes.
That's such a generic title, though. Honestly, such a generic thing to call a villain. It doesn't help that there's so many similar characters as well. Like with the Overlord, Garmadon, and the Omega, there's 3 characters who like all have similar designs with the black skin and armor and everything.
Yeah.
It's interesting that they kind of repeat the same concepts over and over. There's this black creepy guy that's super evil, and that's just what Garmadon and the Overlord were.
True.
But
That's
yeah,
kind of
anyway,
like-
Jay gets called the Lord of the Jig. Does that count? It might just be the most options that you have available.
Right.
But it also could not be.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could also
This
be.
is great analysis. This is great analysis. It could be. I think it's more than 2, and that's about all I've got.
Okay.
Let's do. We're on 4. That's all. Again, I don't know that I'm going to logic my way into. Is there other lords in the show that I'm forgetting? Are there lords in Dragon's Rising that I am forgetting? Because that's possible. Maybe I'm missing somebody obvious or something, but I'm not. I'm gonna take a wild guess because I have no confidence in my ability to recall all of the lords within the show. There we go.
In the end, the answer here is actually 4. There are 2 obvious ones being Garmadon and Raz, but the thing is that they'd have to know Belgrave and Mogra. Honestly, they're fairly niche and they're very specific, so it's not exactly an easy question by any account. The only person who got it right here is actually Parachuting Kitten. But the thing is that she eventually did change her answer, and I will show you how in a moment. But the thing is that they've all officially finished the quiz. Those are the 25 questions all said and done, and I did ask them if they wanted to make any last minute changes to their quizzes before they submitted, and all of them just submitted without any sort of adjustments apart from Parachuting Kitten. So I'm going to show you the clips of that, and then we'll move on to what's next.
No, hold on. Is this in Tournament of Elements? Is it Garmadon? Because he's like in Sensei mode. In Tournament of Elements, and he's talking to Lloyd. He's talking something happened. I think it's in Tournament of Elements. I could be wrong.
Is it?
But yes, wonderful help from you.
This is the standard of like the Weeby analysis.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I think it's in the Tournament of Elements somewhere. I don't know. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna use my answer on this one.
Okay.
I would like to use my answer reveal for Crusty, and we'll see.
So, yep, well, like you said, it's obviously Krusty's quiz that you're going to be pulling on. And remember, you don't have to take his answer for the correct one.
Yes.
Krusty's answer was 3.
Okay. Again, I feel weirdly like I can't list that many, and I don't know what I'm missing, if I'm missing anything.
Okay.
And so if somebody else has felt that same way and went with a low number, and maybe I'm not missing something and it's just a low number. It's my one lifeline. So if I don't use it, then it's kind of a waste of a lifeline. I feel no confidence in my ability to answer this question. I feel I don't feel 100% confident in Krusty's ability to answer this question, but I do feel more confident in his ability to answer this question than my ability to answer this question. So, I'm still very unsure, but I will go with 3 as well.
Okay. So those are the 2 that she changed, and she does later find out when we went through her answers that she did change both of them from the correct answer to the incorrect one, which honestly is a mighty shame. But the thing is that after that point in time, all of them submitted their quiz, and all of them were fairly happy with what they had done. We did then go through the answers for everyone, and if you do want to check those post-quiz videos out, like how I did with part 1, they will release in the following days. But the thing is that there's just simply not enough time in this video to have them here. But I did ask them again what they wanted to shout out right after they did all of that.
What do you mean? Anything at all?
Yeah, anything. Whatever you want to shout.
I don't know. Shout out to you for asking me, for inviting me to do this.
You gotta give your channel a plug.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Well, shameless plug, guys, but go check out my channel. It's pretty good. Pretty proud of it. And I will definitely be making more Ninjago content coming up for the 15th anniversary next year. So look forward to that. Shout out to everyone. Shout out to everyone involved in this.
I'd like to shout out my other YouTube channel, Crossbound, which, hang on, let me pull it up real quick. Yeah, 783 has been pretty inactive. There's been a little more posting on here. Like I've been trying to maintain this, and if there are like non-Ninjago topics that people want to see me discuss, this channel might kind of fill that niche.
This channel is certified heat. I will confirm. I love this channel.
I do really love making videos for this channel.
It's a very fun channel. Hey, we saw a frame of Lloyd there, so it is a Ninjago channel.
Oh yeah, we did. There he is.
There he is.
Yo.
No, it's a sick channel. Like if anyone hasn't checked it out, they should.
Oh geez. Obviously, go check out my channel if you haven't, Parachuting Kitten. Check out my video about the show's music. I spent forever on that video, and it did not perform particularly well. It's a great time. I'm very proud of it, and it's very cool. It
is really good.
What is it called? I changed the title a couple of times, so I don't know what it's called at this point. It's called How to Accidentally Ruin Your Show's Most Iconic Scene. It's a very deep dive into Zane's death sequence and all the music there, and then how they use it throughout the rest of the series. And spoiler alert, most of it is not great.
No, I can like vouch. That is a fantastic video. It had me hooked. So
No, and it took so long to.
Yeah, I can't.
It was just a lot of time went into that one, and I had to like step out of my comfort zone a little bit. I don't know anything about music, so I'm like triple checking where I'm, and also doing research on the music of the show is weirdly difficult. So it was just a lot of extra time went into that one, and it didn't like bomb or anything, but it didn't get as big a reception as I would have liked. So if you haven't checked that one out, definitely do. It's one of my better ones.
Cool.
Check out all the other Ninjago content creators. Like, I'm pretty big myself, but I mean, if you want to check me out, like, obviously I'm not opposed to that. Okay. Also, there's this very underrated channel that I love. I have no idea who he is, but his name is JustCole. If you want to check him out, he does a lot of stuff. He's doing a lot of long form content starting next year. I think he's working on a Jackbox ranking video right now. I think that sounds interesting. If y'all are into that, so like, sure. Like,
okay.
I think that's it.
Okay, cool. So please make sure you go and check out every single one of them, and also make sure you check out the part 1 lot as well. Genuinely, all 8 of these people I am so thankful for being involved in this project. This has been literal months in the making, and definitely very taxing on myself, but the thing is that I've enjoyed every single second of it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. But the thing is that I promise this is not a bait into a part 3. I'm not going to reveal another 4 creators or anything like that. We are actually going to find out out the winner of the Ninjago Quiz 2. But there is one thing that did happen first. About a week after the last person I filmed with, in this case Parachuting Kitten, she contacted the entirety of the group and she wanted to appeal one of the questions. And I tell you one thing, I did not expect this whatsoever. But I'm going to be honest, I recorded the whole segment and it might be one of the funniest things ever. So take a look at all of us going through one of the questions and deciding whether or not it truly counted towards the score. But here we go, the floor's yours.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen here. We have a presentation. Let's see if I can.
This is going to be...
Okay, we seeing that?
Hold on. Oh, yep.
Question 16.
And
Wait. Which question is this? Which question is this? Wait a minute.
Question 16.
There ain't no way. There ain't no way you're contesting this.
I don't
Okay.
think it's the Klaus one. Then.
There's
I don't think it's
multiple level. I think some of you may know where a part of this is going, but here we go.
Okay, I remember. Okay.
All right, question 16. Let's review, shall we? Question 16.
Oh.
Oh,
In this
okay.
question is very specific as to trip us up. Which of these characters does not appear as a pixelated, selectable fighter in the episode Stop, Drop, and Side Scroll? And that is, I assume, intended to be a reference to this shot right here.
Yes.
The trick, which caught me, I got this question wrong, is that if you can't remember all of the fighters that were shown in this scene, you know for sure that Lloyd fought Harumi and assumed that her pixelated avatar must exist. And then try to remember which of the other ones were not featured. But in fact, Harumi is not featured as a pixelated avatar here because of the way the scene is framed. They want the dramatic reveal. So you see physical Harumi and she doesn't show up in this shot. So that's the trick.
Okay.
However, the word selectable presents a bit of a conundrum here because this screen is not in fact a selection screen. The ninja who stand in front of the screen have no power to make a selection. And the word select or any variant of it is never used in this scene. If we are taking a strict definition of the word selectable in the question, as we are expected to do with the word pixelated, because technically all the images we see here are pixelated as 3D animation. But if that's the assumption we are to make, then these particular depictions of the potential fighters would not then have to be physically, they would then have to be physically selectable in this space to qualify as selectable characters, which they simply are not. For all we know, this is simply a slideshow of fighters. Even the wiki, which lists this piece of trivia, does not describe the images themselves as selectable. It only says that they are being shown while the fighter is being selected. They're not inherently things that are the same as each other. It's appropriately clear about what we actually know in the scene. If any selectable pixelated fighter avatars exist in this scene, it's the avatars of the ninja, as they are images which are actually selectable. However,
Okay.
maybe you want to take a more relaxed approach to the definition of selectable in that these avatars are pixelated depictions of fighters which could be selected. Even if the images themselves are not selectable, and that seems like a perfectly reasonable interpretation. In which case, I submit to you, oh, sorry, I had that, I forgot. Anyway, in which case, I submit to you, Harumi cannot be the correct answer, because if all we need is a pixelated depiction of her, that is something that we have. We can clearly see a pixelated avatar of this
Oh my
character
God.
who was
That's what I was
Oh my
saying.
god.
Oh,
That's what I told Weeby in my footage. I pointed this out. I said, I swear, I knew that door had a lock on it.
clearly throughout the fight. This has just as much a claim to being a selectable character as all of our other avatars.
Oh no! Bravo!
In fact, how are we to even be sure that Garmadon or Clutch Powers or the chicken are in fact selectable characters? Can we really be certain that they were ever a real possibility? Perhaps they were simply low-quality red herrings put forth by Unagami to get into the ninjas' heads. These images themselves are not selectable. Indeed, the only fighter we have both a selectable character that we know is actually selectable and a pixelated depiction of is in fact Harumi. So not only is this question
Oh my
invalid,
God.
but perhaps completely inverted from what the correct answer is. Harumi is in fact the only incorrect answer. If our quizmaster really wanted to limit our scope to this particular shot that we had earlier, there are a number of ways that he could have done so, including using careful wording as demonstrated by the amazing people at the Ninjago Wiki. Thank you, Ninjago Wiki people. Amazing as always. But no, his use of the word selectable muddies the waters to such an extent that I submit this question as written is unanswerable. Thank you for your time.
Wow.
Yeah,
I am actually in awe right now.
I have to admit, I was gonna give Weavy maybe like a defense because like I was gonna say, okay, technically selectable, the game selects a fighter, and then also you also have to consider the possibility that Unagami selected Harumi as a fighter in that moment. But then you brought up the icon, and I was like, okay, there's no defense for this.
I knew
You're
it
kind
existed.
of right.
I knew it existed.
Can I submit a defense?
Yes, of course.
I am ready to defend my point. Now,
Go on.
in front of me, I mean, I don't have a fancy PowerPoint presentation, but if anyone is curious, you know, I can always share my screen if I have to. I am currently looking at the transcript of the episode in question, which is what I based the question off of. Now, selectable is a very important word. Obviously, it's the fighter that is selected. Now, you are correct. This fighter was just straight up chosen. However, the transcript goes as such. The champion has been chosen. Unagami will choose your opponent. That is Unagami selecting the character in question, ergo it's a selectable character. Now, you can argue...
Oh, but that image, that specific image is not selectable, is it?
Wait, but that image of Harumi...
I think so.
That image of Harumi in question is her icon. That is her character icon. That is not her being shown as a selectable fighter because we don't see her on that menu where Unagami is picking the fighter. That is my defense.
Oh, I feel like I'm watching a bit from
But again, like if you consider the definition of selectable fighter,
if you go back to the short clip where like Joey, you're bouncing between all the fighters. If you go back to that clip, you can see, yep, that one right there. You can see on the left is the icon, on the right is the fighter. Such as you can see Lloyd as the fighter and then Lloyd's icon next to it. The image of Harumi is her icon, not her fighter. I'm not getting the same uproar.
Are these
Same image, but smaller.
Is this defined as? I don't know that fighter is a like specific word. Like, hold on.
I am arguing that what you are looking at there is that little icon of Harumi. That is her icon. The fighter is the full person. But I have a feeling that you guys are disagreeing because you all were up in arms.
I don't know that fighter is a narrow enough word to refer to a specific full body depiction as like fighter is a generic enough. Like fighter is the physical Harumi, you know? Like physical Harumi is a fighter. That like it may be like I'm not sure that like again that is specifically an icon, which is like depiction of the fighter. Like I don't know that again the image that is these images right here, it being defined specifically as the fighter feels weirdly narrow and
the fact
like,
that
you can't prove that is like specifically it's incorrect terminology to apply fighter to these other things.
One could argue it's the same image, but just smaller.
That's what I was saying.
Isn't that
it's
It's
like
an icon of
There
the
is
fight.
there is a pixelated representation of Harumi as a character within the scene.
But she's not
Right, 'cause
selectable when you see it.
These aren't
She is
selectable.
selected.
That's the full.
She
full-
was
Okay, if you're
selected,
going by the
though.
logic of
in that
they're
specific
being selected by
if we're
Unagami.
meaning selectable as in the physical image is selectable, that applies to neither of them. And if we mean selectable is in that they are an option to be selected for the fight, that applies to all of them as well. So
Would you
it
not say
hinges
that
on
Harumi
this
was
not being
selected to
physically
fight Lloyd?
selectable.
Harumi, like and it's like I would like if
I will say,
if
this
these-
is so nitpicky and very.
I love
dumb,
this. I'm
but-
loving this.
well I mean
But-
because like Weavy was kind of doing it was with the question, so it's like okay, if the fighter and the icon were two different sprites, I think Weavy would be safe. But I think since they are the exact same, just cropped a little bit, I think that I think Kitten has a point. I think they have a point.
Especially because they're
I'm-
both pixelated, so it's like all
If they were
all you
complete-
specified was pixelated and selectable, and technically
It is
Harumi
taken-
is
My other
selected,
argument here is
and
that
the
if you
image
wanted
is
it to be
pixelated.
referring specifically to these images here, there are ways to make that clearer. There are ways
Right,
to word it. While the fighter is being selected, which avatars do we see? Because we don't see Harumi's avatar until after the fighter is selected. So again, if you wanted to ask that more specific question, there were ways to do that as demonstrated by the wiki.
Right.
Okay.
Like I
It's
like
just
yeah, because
unfortunate wording.
Okay.
they make the full sprite for the screen, and then they crop it for the icon. So I think by a technicality, I'm with Kitten on this one. I think because like
I am.
that sprite is for the selection screen. They just crop it, so therefore you do
And
see.
again, we can't prove that this is
selectable
a selection
sprite.
screen. Technically, it's obviously implied to be one.
I think
not
it
one that our
technically
characters
is.
can interact
I
with.
think it technically is. Given the transcript, like Weavy said, that it is like Unagami
also, I would say
selecting Harumi. I would say this counts
The
as a
word
selection. screen.
choose
I'll count
is
that.
different than the word select. Select implies a limited number of options, and choose implies that they can come up with whatever they want. So Unagami, I don't know if Unagami is necessarily like limited by the roster here. If he's choosing a fighter, he's pulling from an infinite hat, right? I don't know.
That's a good point. I see that. I'm gonna say to give Weavy the best shot, because I in my opinion, I think Kitten has a point. The best shot I will give is like I think this does consider this is the definition of a selection screen. But again, I think Kitten has a point. I think Kitten.
I am okay.
I agree.
I'm going to be as fair as possible.
Okay.
Because I want all. Because here's the thing. Of course, some of you got this question. For example, Kitten has confirmed that she initially got this question wrong.
right. I probably wouldn't have been thinking about it if I had gotten it right. Let's be real.
also, this is really funny because this was not the question I was expecting you to call me up on. So I'm gonna leave it up to
No,
all
there
of
may be
you.
other incorrect stuff. Already, I knew you missed putting frack on the ninja list. So who knows how many errors are in this quiz,
yeah.
okay? Let's be real.
I got absolutely slewed for not putting frack on the favorite question, guys. I got absolutely battered for it.
Because Frack's no one's favorite.
There wasn't any pixel, which was maybe excusable, but then there was also no frack, and so I did take up. I did have problems with that.
So
I think the next time you did, I think if Weavy had put they were not a selectable fighter on the selection screen specifically, I think that maybe could have gotten him, like he could have weaseled his way out of this. Wheezy. But
just gonna shoot
that
myself.
could have maybe got him out of this. But because he didn't do that, I think yeah.
I want all of you to vote on this because I want this to be down to you because obviously some of you have gotten this question correct, some of you have gotten this question incorrect. So I want this to be left up to all of you, and then if you want it to make it really funny, I will not without revealing scores. I will say who has lost and who has gained a point.
Okay, I think
I really hope I keep my point on this because I got this question right. I hit a generational lock-in.
No, and
I
again,
really
there's-
don't.
Can I make the poll? I'll make a poll in the chat.
Make a poll. Make a
I'll get
poll.
it.
Because I am.
The worst bit is I don't even disagree with Parachuting Kitten on this one. I just really want to keep my point.
No, me neither.
I just-
I think the Harumi
there's no way for me to stop you from gaming
Like,
the
I really
system.
can't argue at that.
I can't lie.
You've actually like
Again, this is-
sabotaged me here.
Again, this is me taking the absolute strictest definition because I'm doing a huge project right now where I have to like be abiding by the strictest definition of what I'm looking for in the episodes, or else like it's not a fun video. So that's where my mind is at right now of like, but do we know for sure? We don't know for certain, so we cannot claim this as proof. Anyway, so
All right.
I love this because I did this entire quiz trying to min-max, I tried to loophole, I tried to get you guys on absolutely everything. So
I feel like it's very fitting that this one was specifically supposed to trip us up because of the wording, and I think it is possible.
I love this so much because you have like min-maxed me, which I feel like is so full circle for this quiz. I'm like, everyone is like, I have spent ages like absolutely slewing the lot of you for this quiz, and you've ended it off by doing it to me. So bravo.
Oh, the tables have
This is the most
turned.
important vote of my lifetime.
This is so there's 5 votes currently. How many of us are here? 8. So we got 3 people left.
6, 7, 8.
Mm.
Okay, 3 people.
If you
Not
haven't,
that I don't know if it'll change anything, but we'll see.
Hey,
I haven't clicked on results yet. I want to wait for everybody.
Well, see,
I want to wait.
my vote depends on what happens afterwards. Because if I lose the point,
Don't spoil it.
Well, you get
won.
you gotta play the card. You gotta play your cards right. You gotta.
I was
play
gonna
no,
I was gonna say
I'm
I
really
am
bad
not,
at card games though.
I am not revealing who is gaining and who's losing a point because that will influence
Okay, I
the
didn't
votes. I will.
Okay.
I need a fit. I want a finalized vote before I reveal who's gaining and who's losing.
Join us.
I do agree with
Plastic.
Parachuting Kitten on this one.
Come
That's the
on.
thing. Is like, I'm not thinking.
Yeah,
I'm not
I-
winning
one
either
more.
way.
I agree
One
with
more.
Kitten, but I
One
low-key
Dude,
don't wanna
I'm
lose
putting my
point.
critical analysis
Yeah, no, same.
skills.
One more.
I'm so glad you called this out because I thought I was going crazy for.
No weasel weaving. No weasel
Bendo tweaker arc.
The footage did briefly cut here, but you're kind of getting the gist of what was going on. I have got more footage to show you though, because I think these segments are absolutely brilliant. But yes, question 16 was very much down to wording, and I did leave it to the creators to decide what they would do, and they did vote on basically removing it. We do then discuss further on what to do going beyond this point, but that's kind of beyond it, and that's what you'll see in the footage now. So let's get back to it.
I think they should give me
Matter
10
to the
points.
table. My thought.
I
would
don't
be
agree with that.
Just the question would be stricken from the quiz, and it would just be down to 29 points.
Yeah.
So
No.
and
29
that
is
seems
such
like
a-
Give everyone who
the
answers
most reasonable
Harumi.
thing given this, but that would be my thought.
I think
I
everyone
think
who voted for
Crusty
Ruby should get
and
extra
Plastic
points.
were cooking. I think
Yep.
Plastic is cooking with the extra points, and Crusty was really cooking with the 10 points, just not for him. Just
Yeah,
for
see, I got Harumi. I
Just give me
agree.
30 points.
But 10 points for everyone who answered Harumi.
Can I just
Alright,
have
Because
make
we
another
we
vote.
managed to get it right
Okay.
despite Weavy being a bad quiz master.
Whoa!
Okay, so all right. So how are we with the? Let's do another vote. Let's do 2 options. So either the question gets taken off the quiz, or everyone gets a point, and whoever picked Harumi gets an additional point. Because I like that one. That one's good.
That doesn't change
save
the
on mine.
score at all. That has nothing effect, right?
Removing
It just gives
the-
everybody a free point. We just all
if they
get.
picked Harumi though. If they picked Harumi, because it's like they get an extra point
You get a
for
point
picking
each.
Because they got it
Harumi.
right.
Because
They got it right
They
despite.
already have an extra
They got
point for
it
getting it
this
right as the quiz
Guys,
written
remember-
down because they got
guys,
the question right.
The
Guys-
rich get richer.
I was gonna say.
What are you laughing right now?
I was gonna say parachuting Kitten is gonna fight against this
literally
because
has
she
no
didn't
effect on
answer
the score.
Harumi.
all right. I think okay. I think Kitten had a point actually. Since Kitten
No,
was
no,
the one who
no,
brought
no.
this up,
Nay.
no, I'm with Kitten. If Kitten brought this up, she should get a major stake on which option. And if she says remove the question. I think that's fair. I think
Her
that's
vote counts double, much like everyone who
But
answers
everybody
Harumi
who
gets
did
double
get it
points.
right gets a gold star from me. How about that?
But no point. No point. It doesn't
No
matter.
point.
The gold
Everyone
star
who
doesn't
gets
matter.
gold
But
star gets 200 points.
At the end, when you show everybody's scores, people who got the Harumi question right, you just put a gold star next to their
yeah,
avatar.
it is.
I'd rather
nothing
have a
but
point,
bragging rights.
honestly.
Their icon.
I would
Is-
rather have a point.
It's
Yeah, I'd rather have
absolutely
a
nothing
point.
Well, you have. You got.
would
Well,
really- it would
if we
really
don't
help
strike
me
the
out.
question, you already get a point for getting it right.
Yeah, the rich get richer. What's one more?
Richer. Yeah.
I want
Okay.
I want this to be
This-
yeah, like I said, I want this to be down to you guys because at the end of the day, it's your points through effect. Like I know who is currently the winner, obviously.
It's me.
And without
That's wrong because it's me.
obviously without revealing who it is and without revealing if this affects them, the thing is that it also will have consequences because let's just say if someone gains a point or if someone loses a point, it does make a difference.
I think all of us lose a point. I think because I think that quiz is
everyone.
stricken.
Everyone,
I think that quiz is stricken.
Again, not everyone. If everyone loses a point,
Everyone
again,
loses
that's
a
net
point.
zero effect.
Yeah.
Well,
I
well, but
speak
like,
for
no, like-
everyone when I say we should all lose a point.
No, whoa,
How about this?
well,
How
no,
about
no,
this?
but
I have an idea.
Whoa, who
I
is
have an idea.
who is this we?
How about
Weevy.
How about? I'm listening.
so we have, I guess this would, I don't know, because if we have, I guess the thing is, if we have one winner currently, then it wouldn't affect, I guess it would affect if we, I don't know. But if the people who got it correct get half a point, and so if they're like on an even
Well, that could be funny.
field with somebody else, then I don't know how that like
Point.
affects
No, I'm
the
okay with
scores
that. Okay,
as
okay.
given.
So here's my nobody loses a point. However, if you picked Harumi, you get a half a point. That'd be hilarious because I could see someone winning with that.
That's
That'd be
just an
hilarious.
extra half point for people who.
Right,
Sorry,
right.
Yeah,
what?
So yeah, no. My point is, even if you didn't pick Harumi, you do not lose a point. You do not get a point, unless you did pick Harumi. Then you get half a point. I think
Bro,
that's fair.
But you
this is-
already have
I cannot,
a point.
I cannot follow
This
this.
is not-
This is so convoluted.
Literally half the suggestions you guys are making is just let's give the people who chose Harumi even more points, which is not
Yeah.
I don't see the problem
man.
with that. That sounds like a
the
good
current
solution.
score.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Current scores already include a correct point if you got the Harumi question correct. So we don't need to adjust for them being like really good or whatever. Like they already have the leg up. The question is if we want to equalize the playing field with other people somehow. So we're not awarding any new points to anybody who answered Harumi. We may be awarding them gold stars if that's where we land. But
All right, I'm good with the gold
the
star.
question
I'm good with
is,
the
do
gold.
we want to give other people additional points in order to even the playing field?
I can.
Because like, what if that was
Nah.
a
I
random
think
question for?
we should
for
settle
someone
it in
like
I think we just
Four.
null it.
Yeah, no, I think
nulling it is the
null,
easiest.
Nobody
Okay.
gets any points. Seems like the
Yeah,
fairest option.
I think
Yeah.
nulling it
nulling
is
the
like
most straightforward
As
option.
long as
nobody gets
We're-
nobody gets any
we're gonna be
additional
here all
points
night.
for
Which
anything.
does
Yeah,
mean that the people who
fine.
answered Harumi will be losing a point. Just so we're clear on.
except
this.
Bevo, right?
Correct. Yeah, because the question is removed, so they do
Question
not
is
get
removed,
a point.
But also the total point total gets decreased. So, like your overall,
Decreased. Yeah.
your overall percentage maybe is not as effective as much. I don't know.
wait, do you want me to
We-
track
we've
you guys'
accept me, right?
percentage?
We accept me, right? I'm not losing a point, right?
You are.
I'm banning you from Digiverse. Right, I'm banning you from Digiverse.
I'm okay. Okay, I can't reveal anything to do with the. I know how this affects the rankings, so I'm eliminating a point from the Harumi correct answers. That's the conclusion we're going for.
I
That's
think
essentially they get one less point, and the overall point total comes down by one.
Okay.
I don't
Wait,
know.
so
Damn,
then,
stay.
but that,
You're
but
just
then,
calculating the
does that mean-
score as if it doesn't exist.
I don't think it would, but if this somehow like ruins Kitten's chances at winning, that would be hilarious. That would be so fun. I don't know
I
how
got the
it would.
question wrong. I can only gain from this. Like I don't
You can now tie.
You guys, okay. You guys, okay. How about this then? Okay, so now we've come to the conclusion on what on how this is going to affect the score. You guys have one of two options. You can know either who is affected specifically, who gains or who loses a point. You can know who loses a point.
Who
sorry.
loses a point? Yeah.
Or,
who loses a
or you can
Mhm.
know if the winner is different. You won't know who the winner is, but you can know
Yeah.
if the winner is now different.
The winner has changed.
I
What
think it's
an
funnier.
ultimatum.
I think it's funnier to know who's losing a point, and that's more.
And then in
what do you
the
call it?
reveal call
Descriptive.
that we do, then
Well,
we
well,
find out if the winner.
Then we'll find out the winner.
I would
We'll
like to
find
know
out-
if the winner has
That's
changed.
narratively more satisfying.
Yeah. See,
Well,
okay,
we'll-
here's what I was about to say though. Like, we're all here. Would this not be a really convenient time to just do the winner stuff?
PythFenn,
They're
like,
missing
everyone
one
is
The
thing,
thing,
here.
right?
the thing
we're
for me
missing
in
Pit.
plastic as well is that like we already know that we've lost the point.
Yeah.
So,
Crusty.
so Loki,
Yeah.
like, there's only one option that actually does anything.
Okay, well, since Crusty and Plastic outed themselves, who? Okay, I think you can say who.
Okay,
who
we
lost
can.
the point?
Okay,
Who all lost the point?
I'm gonna go through an
But no, I
order.
just want to know if a winner changed because I know me, Crusty, and Garmadork got it right. So
No, because that
I'm not
that
sure
could
if the
make
winners.
that could make the difference. Like you know, 3 people.
It could, yeah. Not
If I
that it
now,
did, it
if
just
I now
could.
go, well, those guys, like, so you 3 lost the points. If I now say, oh, the winner's changed, one of you were the
Oh,
winner.
true.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna reveal all individually. The people who
Doesn't
were
matter.
affected were Crusty, Plastic,
Let's go.
and I think that was it.
We're just better.
Clones.
We
Yeah,
got
the high
No,
button.
no.
So
And I will say, I would like to award them gold stars because they got it and I didn't, and I probably should have.
The clone star.
So I am maintaining that this is very funny. This is extremely
This is
funny.
funny.
It is.
Yeah.
This is
And-
Extremely funny circumstance.
And I because obviously all of you were like, yeah, like let's change it. Fair enough. The only people that were hurt by it were Plastic and Crusty in the overall.
This is
Oh,
British
so you're not gonna make
discrimination.
Yeah, that's what it's anyway.
So yes, because of that entire call, which by the way is possibly the highlight of the video for me, we have officially gotten rid of some scores. We've gotten rid of a point from Crusty and from Plastic. It is really interesting because it has affected things. It has actually affected the ranking. And the thing is that they all knew this. We did sit and call for a little longer, but it was not really relevant to the video. And this is already 3 hours as is. But all I'm going to say is, it is time to finally find out who won all of this. Hours in the making, this very long video, it's time to finally find out who won. And this time round, there was literally everyone in this call. I believe this is the biggest Ninjago creative call that has ever existed, so be prepared and let's find out who won. I'm gonna start this up by saying, because now we're recording, how is everyone feeling this far on? For some of you, it's been a few weeks. For some of you, it's been maybe a couple weeks, but it's been a bit. How's it going?
a few weeks, a couple weeks, or a bit. Very wide range.
Yes.
Very
I
descriptive.
don't know.
I'm professional.
For me, I think.
I'm feeling pretty
So-
pretty average.
I'm terrified.
Like I've already got my win. Like I could be last place and kind of not care anymore.
Loki, that point adjustment cooked me. That thing.
She knows she's got enough screen time.
So basically, so
True.
everyone here is of course unaware of where they are placing, and of course there are 8 of you. But I'm going to share something very interesting. Because of some point adjustments, to be more specific, because of now matching scores, everyone officially falls into the top 5. So all of you,
Dude.
all of you have hit,
Wow.
all of you have hit the top podium because there's now
I
a
knew I
lot
was
of
top
overlap.
5 material.
So if you would all be so kind to direct yourselves to the screen I have
Oh.
just shared.
Oh,
I'm actually shaking, dude. I'm actually terrified.
Oh wow. Okay.
Welcome to the results.
My anxiety can't take this.
Welcome.
Oh no, we have a problem. I
I
forgot.
love
I'm
the ads.
having internet issues and I can't view screen shares for some reason.
Oh,
but it's
no.
fine.
It's so.
I'll be an audio. I'll just
Well,
treat
just
me
gotta
like an
pull a
audio
Dragon's
listener.
Rising and describe everything on screen. As
Exactly. Yeah. Give me some Netflix writing so I know. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what's up.
Oh, okay.
Weavy opened up a PowerPoint.
Actually,
I got a message to call someone here.
this is not even a PowerPoint. This is just Google Images. Look.
It's an image.
It's like,
Images.
like I said, I'll just listen. It's okay.
Scrolling through his camera roll for this.
Basically. So, I want to, before I start, I want to know, because I asked you all this before, is anyone feeling confident last minute?
No.
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 I would.
Hard quiz.
I'd like to thank BendoBricks for pushing me to the win with that one question I couldn't get. I couldn't have done it without
let's
you.
go. You're very welcome.
Okay. So, we're going to start, like I said, with 5th place, and it's joint 5th.
Oh no.
So the two people coming in at number 5. The first person, and the score is 12 out of 30. We have got Garmadork.
Oh.
No.
I can only do so much.
So Garmadork did score 12 out of 30, a very respectable 12 out of 30, because he got a lot of the hard questions correct. He completed in an hour and 23 minutes. These were his standout questions. We had some more difficult ones, and we had, I believe this is the golden weapons question, for example. Just some nice little tidbits. And his predicted winner is NinjaCole or BendoBricks. Sharing the 5th place, also with 12 out of 30, is PythFenn. PythFenn also scored, but again scored all of the difficult questions correct. He got it in 20 minutes quicker than Garmadork did, and his standout was the Lord's question. But his predicted winner is Parachuting Kitten or Crusty. Now this has become real because you all now have someone else to compare your stats to. So those are the 5th place. Coming in, and I believe, yes, at joint 4th, we have got Crusty with 14 out of 30.
Oh.
Man,
Crusty
I would have got half of them.
44 minutes.
Four-
Jeez.
44 minutes.
That's a.
No, guys, I only got it wrong because I did it quick. Trust.
Of course.
Crusty did it very quickly, which is ironic because I think, like in terms of off camera, I spent the longest with him on call. But he got it done very quickly. But remember, he lost the point, so he originally had 15 out of 30. His standouts were the first 4. He remarked at the fact that it felt like he was getting absolutely buckled by the first few questions.
Yeah, the first ones were actually evil.
And he thinks the winner will be Parachuting Kitten. Joining him in the 4th place spot, of course, as well, with 14 out of 30, is NinjaCole.
Yeah.
57 minutes. His standout questions were again the golden weapons question, and I believe the departed realm question. And he just, and his exact words were, "Anyone can beat me." So so this is where he has landed. Now again, this is becoming much more real. Although, so that we've got half of the people done. We've got 4 left. I will note this is not in the PowerPoint. But obviously between here would have been Red Ninja Red. Shout out to Red. She slammed it with 15. But that does bring
Actually, dead center. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a good average starting point.
basically. But here is where we get into the top podium. For joint 3rd, we have got, with 17 out of 30, Professor Plastic.
Oh.
Wow, 17 out of 30.
Now, Plastic,
That's not too bad.
Plastic, initially speaking, did have 18. Of course, he lost the
Right.
points. Which is funny now because, yeah, obviously, the person who got rid of these 2 points are above you two, but here we go. But an hour and 19, as his standout questions were quite varied. They were just I think these are just the questions that Plastic found difficult but got correct. and he predicted the winner to be Parachuting Kitten or Crusty. Joining him in also in third is AL123. We have got, again, a legit clean 17, an hour and 4 minutes, a standout with just the more difficult questions, and again, his predicted winner was Crusty. Which means...
I would have been known in third place, if not for the question.
Which leaves us to BendoBricks and Parachuting Kitten. Now, I haven't said this yet, but the winner of this quiz, like I said, will receive a prize. The prize in question is, of course, a Lego gift card. If you want to have it for yourself or give it away to your audience, that is completely fair. The value of that card will be the equivalent of about 50 British pounds, and one of you guys will win that. Basically, get yourself the Ninja display stand set for the 15th anniversary.
Heck yeah.
But the fans.
Well, yeah, basically. But it's time, of course, as soon as I press the slide, you guys will know who's won. So coming in, by the way, there is only 1 point between the two of you.
Okay. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
So coming in at second place with a very respectable score, which was 18 out of 30, Parachuting Kitten.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm so glad I didn't win, because then it would have looked like I rigged it.
What that means?
Parachuting Kitten spent the most time on the quiz. I will also point out, and I'm not saying this to be harsh, Parachuting Kitten talked herself out of 3 other correct answers. So when Joe, how at the end I always say just to go through your answers.
Yes.
If Kitten, if you didn't do it, you would have won.
Yeah, no, I would have tied for first. I blame Crusty because I had the correct answer. I'm like, I gotta use my lifeline. I'll do it on this one, and he had the incorrect answer.
Which one did you pull? Which question?
Which,
The
based
master's
on nothing,
question.
was the correct answer. So,
So
I blame you for this loss.
Crusty-
I shall never forgive you. A curse upon you and your family for 1,000 years.
Crusty gets his revenge. Crusty gets his revenge because it's really funny because it was question 25. It was the Lord's question, and Parachuting King guessed the correct answer being 4, and at the end she said, "Well, I may as well use my lifeline on it." Crusty, who guessed 3, and I'm
That's the worst one you could have pulled the lifeline on. I completely winged that. I had no idea what the answer was.
So yeah, let me just say, if I had a face cam on during that segment of Parachuting Kid's quiz, you would have watched me gritting my teeth. But again,
But also, I did take a point away from him with the whole adjustment thing.
So it balances out.
I think maybe it's just worked out.
Yeah, you guys traded.
Fair.
I would also like to note, Parachuting Kid had the longest quiz time of everyone by about like 25 minutes.
Well, we were just having fun chatting too.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
I don't know that all of that time was necessarily quiz time.
No, this was this was quiz
tangents.
time. This was quiz time specifically. I looked.
Oh no, I know, because we were on that call for like 3 hours.
Yes.
But I'm saying in between quiz questions, I think I went on a couple tangents that had nothing to do with the quiz.
Trust me, I'm not complaining. That was so much fun.
It was good. It was good.
But, of course, well, for one, predicted winner. So let's give the winner a round of applause. BendoBricks. 19 out of 30.
And they're sweet.
You just have one question.
Bow down. We're not worthy.
How? How did this happen?
You did it.
Bendo.
It's
Nearly
not me.
2/3.
I believe Bendo says at the end of his quiz session, he says that he thinks he did good, but he definitely thought the people were going to win, like, was going to beat him. He was, like, adamant. And I do find that very interesting in retrospect, because when I looked back at all the quiz answers, like, Bendo's is so consistent. it's like really jarring. And what I've also noticed is that Bendo was just so certain. As soon as he came to an answer, he just stuck with it. Like there was no change in his mind. It was really interesting to watch. But Bendo
I was so stupidly confident for so much of this quiz.
It paid off.
But yeah, Bendo, you absolutely smashed it. I mean, you got it in about the average time of everyone. Your standout was the Klaus book question, which was really interesting.
Yes, I love that question. That question was peak.
And I mean,
That question was terrible.
But you then predicted second place, which was also fairly interesting.
Let's go.
But you absolutely obliterated it. I was so intrigued to see this, and well done, because I was shocked.
I'm
was
shocked too, dude. What? How did this happen? I'm so confused.
Honestly,
Yippee!
Yeah. Well, I mean, well done to everyone. Like, I told everyone this at the time, and you guys can now see it in action. It was so close. Like, this is really close.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, but like, all of you came in so close to each other, because remember, I filmed in order, like AL I filmed with, then it was Plastic, and then it was, so on and so forth. So there was never a moment where it felt like there was a clear winner, which really felt interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
But you have all done really good. And what's interesting is you all also had different standout questions. You all kind of had a different thought on which ones you preferred. Like, there was some overlap, of course. Like, the first few ones were a massive overlap. But you all did very well. And here's the thing that I found very funny with Parachuting Kitten's amendment to the questions. She pushed Plastic out of joint second.
Dude, I can't believe this. Actually scammed.
Like, you got pushed out of joint second, which is crazy to me.
Dude, actually scammed. I can't believe this.
But you get a gold star.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm
priceless, really.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I'd rather have a joint second. I'm gonna be fully honest with you, Parachuting Kitten. I would rather have the joint second.
Does second place get any discernible prize? I don't think so. It's just bragging rights.
You get.
Weavy says you his full legal name.
Second place gets a little version of me, Alan.
Wait, second
really
place
want
gets
this.
second line of the description.
I don't really want this.
I mean, I'll take it.
But honestly, to be perfectly honest with you, now I can share my full thoughts because everything is now out in the air. I don't know how I thought this list was gonna look, but it still shocks me. Oh, hello. Like it
face there.
It's yeah. This is the Weavy cameo for this segment. This is it right here. But like, I don't know how I expected the ranking to go, but like I think this is like I said, I don't think there was a better ranking because you all did around about the same, and I think that is like the best conclusion to take from it. Is like, everyone has done their bit, because none of you, I would say, did bad.
Mm-hmm.
I really wish I put Red Ninja Red in between here.
It's not too late. This is not too late for the final edit. Just like flashes on screen for like a frame.
I probably will. But no, this was the funniest thing. This was the thing that made me
I can't
laugh.
believe this. actual scam, dude. You will be hearing from my manager.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But
There will be words from my lawyer team.
My legal team. Plastic
My
Incorporated.
legal team is heading to your house right now.
But apart from that, congratulations to Bendo. I'm very, like I said, this is the most interesting turnaround as well, considering that obviously you didn't win the first quiz.
I did not. I very much did not win the first quiz.
This was your redemption. This is the
Redemption
ultimate
arc.
redemption right here. Although I
Yeah.
can't,
Astounding more knowledge.
although I find
I
it
think
really
the
funny.
first quiz. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say the thing that I find really funny is that obviously we've added in so many people for this quiz, and there'll probably be a comment that's like, "Well, if Bendo won, why did you add all the part 2 people?" It's fine.
No, like I think the part 1
We
quiz,
don't
I
script
kept,
these.
my biggest downfall is I kept second guessing myself on everything. So my strategy for this one was just to be so dumb, like stupidly confident in every answer, and just lock
Hey,
it in.
it worked out. It worked
I was
out.
gonna say it worked out.
Charisma worked out, I guess.
You did like I said though, because the other thing that I did find really interesting was the time to complete, because this is about the average time. Like there are anomalies, obviously. Like I said, Parachuting Kitten took longer, but that made sense because it was just a lot of talking. So I'm not mad at that. But like this is just speedrunning. Like this is just
I am mad at
Crusty was going for best time.
Yeah, I need the time attack mode.
this. To complete, Crusty wins.
like this is the equivalent of Day of the Departed right here. Like he was like
Literally 44 minutes.
Dude had the island running in the background.
But this
Had it running on my second screen.
by the way, such a side note, AL, this new logo is so good.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that.
This is so
Be a
good.
banger.
I wish I could see it. If only my internet was stupid.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to send like all these stat cards now into the chat so Cole can see.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see a couple of them in the preview thing, but
What I'll do, let me just quickly, like this will obviously be cut in the end, but let me just send all of them in one big like fat file. Wait a second.
I just a Weavy cut this.
I wish I had an editor. I don't want to do this.
yeah,
I just a Weavy make my logo.
This is going on my
it was
resume.
harder than it looked.
I was
harder to look.
I was very
It was a
tempted.
ridiculously hard quiz.
Oh, yeah.
It was hard, but it was fun.
It
It
was.
was. It was a good time.
Then I've
Yeah, for sure.
accomplished exactly what I wanted to do.
Fine, but some of those questions were actually diabolical, though.
The fact,
They were evil.
I mean, Bendo would have scored 20 if it wasn't for Kitten. But like the fact that none of us got 20 is very telling how hard this quiz was.
No,
Yeah,
so-
the fact that none of us got into 20.
So Bendo's score was unaffected. So I was
Okay.
So
this
I
would've
was
been 19,
panicking.
but still.
The only thing that was affected was, like I said, Plastic got pushed out second, and
I'd stay.
and Crusty ended up equalizing with you, Cole. So you got joint fourth because of it, I believe. Yes, you got joint. You got pushed up technically to fourth. The thing that made me really worry when PK said that like she wanted to like plead a case for one of the questions, because I knew that there was only 1 point between Bendo and PK. I was like, if this is something that will give her a point, then I'm gonna have to.
Diabolical tie.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
There's two
figure out
winners,
how
yeah.
to get like a joint winner thing going.
We're gonna have to do a
That's like rock paper
tiebreaker.
scissors.
That would have been
Right to the
crazy.
death.
That would have been
I think if
crazy
Slither
and
pit.
really funny.
I'm gonna be honest, I think if this resulted in you two being joint first, I would have prepared a sudden death to do in this call.
That would have been cool.
Probably.
That
the
would
1v1
have
in
been what I have
Fortnite.
done. Yeah, guys, we're gonna do box 1v1s on Fortnite. We're gonna settle it the old-fashioned way. We're gonna go back to 2017 with this one.
Weapons.
But as of the Ninjago quiz, well, the Ninjago quiz 2, that is it. And of course, I've asked everyone what they would like to shout out, and that is obviously going to be in the video. But last minute, if anyone wants to shout anything out at all, please go ahead.
No, anything-
Subscribe
to
no,
my
it's
YouTube.
damn good.
Is
Go
it
listen to my Nia theme.
Patient Taro crap.
real?
Truth nuke. Everyone join Digiverse and play Shin's Horrorcraft. Billions must play.
Billions must play.
Okay, well, of course. Well, obviously that is it. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
everyone.
We did it.
But just like that, and many hours later, we have officially come to the end of the Ninjago Quiz 2. It has been a very long ride, about 5.5 hours worth, but I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And again, a massive congratulations to BendoBricks. He absolutely smashed it, and he is more than deserving of that prize. Honestly, all of them are. They all did brilliantly, and I want to give a shout out to absolutely all of them. Parachuting Kitten, Professor Plastic, AL123 Productions, NinjaCole, Crusty 783, Crustbound, PythFenn, Garmadork, all of you, thank you so much for being a part of this. This has truly been an honor, and I really can't get over the fact that I was able to do it. And thank you to each and every single one of you as well. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be able to do something like this. And honestly, again, I just had so much fun doing this. This has been one of my best things I've ever produced, and I hope you liked it just as much as I did. But let me know how you felt about it in the comments down below. How did you feel about the quiz? How did you feel about the creators involved? I would like to hear everything, because this thing has been around in my brain for so long. I would love to know what you guys think of it as well. But thank you, every single one of you, for supporting me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it so much. And if you did enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. Obviously, it's been so much fun to do this, and I would love to do another one down the line. And of course, a particular shout out to my amazing channel members. Honestly, every single one of you on screen, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Particularly, of course, Grandmaster Sensei 28208 for being the eternal legend. Thank you very much, my friend. But again, thank you all so much for watching, and I really don't want to take any more of your time, and I am very much looking forward to being able to sleep. But as for the Ninjago Quiz 2, that is about it. So take care, guys. Okay, bye!